is fake love.
Freak, are you kidding me?
Let's go. Everybody live? Y'all good?
Get it.
So welcome to the Void Podcast. Back again at 11 a.m. And we pretty much got a full house today, though. That's the YouTube one.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
YouTube.
okay.
Okay. Since I heard a lot of feedback.
That's the YouTube. We good. We live right now. 11 a.m. on Thursday. The Void Podcast. I will have a good host today with my boy Greg. How you feeling today, Greg?
I'm all right, man. Had a good workout this morning. I'm feeling good.
I feel you. We always got the lovely Centauri back on a Thursday. How you feeling today, Centauri?
Feeling good, getting something in my stomach. I feel better.
Oh, yeah?
Got my
You gotta
last
get that in
bite.
your
I ain't
system.
gonna be smacking on the mic.
You gotta get in your system. I felt that. We do have the lovely Nina with us today with the wisdom. How you feeling today, Miss Nina?
I'm feeling good.
Okay, I felt that.
You gotta let me introduce him though.
I
Keep
know,
going,
man.
though.
I
Don't pay
got
no
you,
mind.
man. We got Miss Panda with us today too. She's back, ready to take on Greg. How you feeling today, Panda?
I'm feeling good today. Thank you,
feel-
Jody. How are you?
Okay, I felt that.
All right.
And you say you want to introduce our special
I
guest
got
today?
two people I like to introduce.
Okay, let's go.
For one, in the right hand corner, my right hand man Chew.
Right.
Now I do want to show
Right.
it. I don't really want to show his picture or
Right.
his face because he's gonna be part of the blind date. But you probably seen him before, so I want to be a mystery when you
Right,
meet him, whatever.
right.
It's cool Nina showing because Nina ain't got nobody but church people on her.
Right.
lives, so
There you go.
I'm gonna
Ain't
be
nobody
like
talking to him.
Patti LaBelle if only you knew.
But in my left hand corner is the man, the myth,
The legend.
the legend, Mr. Van.
Back from Bob.
How you doing, Van?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Everybody say what's
You got to
up,
stand
man.
up, Mike. You got to stand up.
Oh yeah. How you doing?
There you
Yeah.
go. Boy, this gonna be a good show here with Van.
Boy,
We've
we've been
man, with
asking
Van
for this,
coming
right?
changes,
We've
dog.
been asking for this. So, I'm going to kick the show off, though. Show today is called DNA. And a lot of people, when they think of DNA, they think of, like a paternity. That's what people think of. But DNA is also your makeup, your genetics, or how you move as a character, too, as well. And I got Doc here today, so he's going to definitely drop a lot of wisdom for us today, too. So before I start the first question off, I do want to put this riddle out there. I had asked her on Monday, and a lot of people have already responded within the community. And the riddle is, can you cheat on someone and still be loyal? And I'm going to ask all my hosts that question before I give them the answer to it, though. And I would love to hear Doc responds on that, too. But that's going to come in the middle of the show. So to kick it off right off the bat,
Shout out to Brandon Anderson.
there you
my
go.
buddies,
To kick it off right off the bat,
my brother.
do you think that DNA tests should be done and should be mandatory at childbirth? Who want to take it first?
Well, consider I'm probably one of the people who got the most kids in here. I say yes. I'll make it short and sweet because it's so. Oh well, you got me beat then. Well, we got a lot of people at the table, so we gotta make stuff short and sweet. I think it should be mandatory, but it probably never happened because the way the government set up is to take your money. It's just what
Right.
it is. It's the money. It's just money. Because think
Right.
about child support. They take your driver's license, they put you in jail. How they help the child out? If they do a DNA. Like you said, they was to do it at the hospital and found the child ain't yours. She ain't going to jail.
Right, I did that.
So
change
it's
the
like,
game.
you know what I'm saying? It'd be
Change
one of
the
those
game.
things that it would expose what type of person she is that you probably knew already, but you
Right.
just needed that clarification.
Right.
So yeah, I would think it should be done though, me personally, because when you think about Maury and all those other shows, you got 8 different baby daddies. Like we got to figure something out, boo.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Exposed.
All right, Van. What you think about that? Should they do DNA tests in what you say in the hospital or
It should be right at childbirth.
at childbirth? Like, as soon as you pop the baby,
Before
out,
you
should
get
they
signed
do
a birth
DNA test?
certificate, it should be like
Immediately.
it should be like plates. Just like you can't get a birth certificate unless you have a father on there.
What happened to trust?
Ain't no such thing as trust no more, man. It's no honor
says
amongst thieves.
so?
It's no honor.
Well,
amongst
you're
thieves.
trying to say the norm is thieves.
I mean, technically it's true.
Oh my God.
I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. Technically it's true.
Robbing is the new hustle.
So, what do you think? Would you want if you had a woman pregnant and the doctor brought the baby out? and they asked you, would you do a DNA test? Would you take it?
If there was, if both of us were contesting, if
No, y'all a couple. Y'all good. Y'all ain't got no.
I mean, are
worries.
we married?
Yeah. Would you still do it?
No.
Oh.
I mean, just to have it done, no. It would be a thing. And if I caught Jody running out the back door at some point in my marriage,
Everybody
then
use me as an analogy
you
for
know
some
what I'm
reason,
saying?
man.
I'm
saying,
serious,
dog, I was your Joe
or I
baby.
come in and I see his shoes or somewhere in my
His
crib,
I
then I'm gonna
You see the
say,
fresh
hey,
J's.
then I got doubt.
I might have been over there fixing something, though, man. And left something.
He ain't
You know what
gonna
I'm
leave. He ain't
saying?
gonna come over my house
I'm a
and
plumber.
clean up
What kind of
unless he
pipes you
doing
fixing?
something.
I'm a plumber.
Hey,
call
hey, hold up.
I call
Okay.
Lee.
Now you remember when you ever dated women, man, and all of a
Right.
sudden you wake up the next morning, they leave one earring somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called evidence.
Now y'all know what I'm talking
Take everything. It's like they say.
about.
take
So he ain't gonna
everything
be
with
leaving no shoes there
you. We
unless
like the
he done-
hotel.
It's called
Take
marking
everything
your
with you.
territory.
Let's see, they leave.
Exactly.
OG, you said you was born in 52.
Right.
They leave lashes now.
Oh, Lord.
Shoes is, I mean,
Right.
earrings is passe.
Oh,
They
my
used to-
God.
I like my
Yeah.
whiskey. Who
Eyelashes.
lashes these?
Right, right.
eyelash.
The whole lash, not half of
Yeah,
it.
they
Right.
like, this
They're
ain't my
ripping off.
lash.
Right.
Hoping that the next chick see it, whatever. So
Right.
Shoot, in my case, it's strands of hair.
But it's so small. How
I
would
see
you
a
discover
long
it?
blonde hair. I know
Well,
it ain't
you gotta
mine.
remember, chicks are
Right.
kind of nosy, so they don't care about your well-being. They want to know if you cheating or not. So
Right. It
They're
is
gonna
true.
look for the lash.
Oh, so they ain't looking for the lipstick on the shirt collar.
No, because she just kissed me on my cheek, so that don't mean nothing.
Oh,
But if
okay.
I go out tonight and I got a lash in my back seat, something happened.
It is
My
true, though.
grandma
What's
could
the
have did
lipstick
this.
you can
Oh,
wipe
that's
off?
what that is on your cheek.
You got,
Okay,
you got cleaning wipes now. Clorox.
Oh,
make
one
them
more
wipes.
thing before you go to Panda OG. You know, back in the day, women had purses. Now dudes wear purses.
It's deep.
So if a woman get in the car and see the purse in the back seat, she can't get mad no more. That's his purse.
Man, you
Explain
never
that.
know.
What dudes be wearing? Can't.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna show you some pictures for the day is over.
Y'all know y'all kids.
And the crazy,
know.
and the crazy thing about
Real
it, man,
talk.
hold on. The crazy thing about it though, it's name brand stuff like Gucci, Louis
Flea
Vuitton.
market
But
sell
if you in a
everything.
relationship, do it matter at that point?
I mean, if I saw a dude with a purse, man, I was
I'm
like,
just saying.
But if he walking with his lady next to him, do it matter
Gay.
at that
I
point?
wonder if he's got two ladies.
I don't
You know,
if I would-
All right,
if
let's
he's
keep it going
trans.
though. Let's keep it going.
if he's
Panda.
trans.
Anna, what about
know?
you?
Ooh, okay. The question was, do you think it should be
Should
mandatory
paternity
to
tests be mandatory
At birth.
at childbirth? Yep.
Me personally, I'm gonna give a hell yeah.
Yeah.
It should be mandatory, flat out.
Right.
Now, if you're married, you know what I'm saying, then that's a different situation. But like you said, if you're married and you may suspect, you may see some shoes or somebody, something like that. If you have a suspicion, then when you're married, yes. But of course, when you're married, guess what? It's your child, no matter if it was the mailman, the plumber, or whoever, But if you're not married, I think it should definitely be mandatory for the simple reason you have a lot of people walking around here with thoughts of a child ain't theirs. You leave the door open for people to mistreat children because they may treat them a certain way because they don't know if that's that child that belongs to you or not. I feel like you should, because a lot of women are just flat out lying about paternity, knowing they just don't want to admit to being hoish or having sex with 2 or 3 men at the time she got pregnant, unprotected, So I feel like you should, if you are not a married individual, it should definitely be mandatory to swipe soon as the baby comes out and takes that first breath.
All right, what about you, Nina?
Wow, that's deep.
So if you would have asked me that when I was younger and when I had a child, I would have been insulted because I would have been taking that directly towards me. And I had 2 totally different experiences with my children's fathers. The first one refused to take a paternity test and said, I unequivocally don't deny this child.
I wouldn't
know
trust
this
nobody
child-
say unequivocally.
I know this
that's
child
a
is
weird word to
mine.
use, unequivocally. That
Child
sounds
is
suspect.
mine. Well, he didn't use that
Why
word.
do you
I'm
talk
using
like
it.
that?
He didn't use that word.
Right, expeditiously.
I used that too.
What dictionary you reading?
He didn't use that word. I did.
Right.
I
But
know, I'm just
he was
saying.
basically saying, I'm not paying for no paternity test when I know the child is mine.
Right.
And the child, in fact, is his. The second child's father had a baby on me as well. So we had babies coming 2 months apart. So he made me and her take paternity tests.
And they both was his.
And they both was his. He refused to sign the birth certificate. And the
You don't gotta pay child support.
Well,
Not in St. Louis,
we
nigga.
didn't end up working
Not in
out that
St.
way,
Louis.
but that's a whole nother story.
Not in St. Louis. They want you. They coming for
But
you.
I've said it before. I think that now to culminate all of that,
Yeah.
I think to culminate all of that now, I think that, you know, I've been watching Paternity Court, and I'm like, these guys,
They be going
straight, right? These guys getting straight
Railroaded.
ran through there,
Yeah.
you know, drugged through the mud.
Yeah.
And so, with that being said, I think that it should be mandatory because unless you're married,
Right.
it's a different story, or unless you have a real reason. But the
Right.
stuff I saw in Paternity Court made me like,
Some of that may be fictitious drama, you know.
True.
I mean, some of
Just
it
some
is
could be
scripted,
said,
but some
right.
of it
But I
they be
think-
dragging
That's not like
stuff
a
too.
Jerry
I think
Springer
But most of
I
it's
think
true, though.
People really go through that.
Because chicks ain't really. Go ahead. I ain't gonna finish the sentence. It's on YouTube.
She gonna put her camera like that. They see you. I already got to know.
We got an offset in the house.
You got a celebrity.
Yeah, right.
But now you do that. Now you, I like all the stuff they got nowadays. I
Make
feel
sure
like,
you talk over you.
I feel like maybe you should do like all the stuff they got going now. Could you do it like 30 days or 20 days before the baby come out? Because it's like once you see it, like with me being, once I see it, you tell me it's mine. It don't matter if it ain't or not. I'm going, shit, he part of the game. Like,
Absolutely not.
the child part of the game with me, like, so,
Right.
because your kid, love at first sight. It ain't a woman in her that tell me
Monique.
once they push it out, it ain't like, oh, this mine, you love it. So, this same thing, just because the man don't push it out, he can't. If you telling him the whole time this his, once he see it, he been rubbing your stomach, he been buying stuff, telling all his family and friends,
Right.
my baby on the way, all this.
Right.
Once it come out, you gotta be, your feelings gotta be hurt like a mug, or you just gotta be, you just ain't gotta have no heart for you to just say, all right, because you been telling me this mine. You ain't been telling nobody else this is. First thing I'm gonna think, well, who gonna be the father figure for this child?
Right.
So it's almost obligate me to do this, because I ain't just finna back out on nothing I see. Now, if you do this 30 days before I see it, then you got me a chance before it come in, because at the day of birth, let's keep it real. Like, we talking realistically, my mama might be there. My sister might be
I mean,
there.
that is
I'm just
true.
saying we keeping it
I mean,
real.
that's
Like,
true.
we talking realistically. So at the birth, so your fit for you to just go back and tell your family and friends this ain't mine. That's more of a that not because who holds something. You
Right.
you know what you gonna go tell your girl, baby. I was at the hospital with you now, and that baby wasn't even his. You see what I'm saying? So it's like
But see,
I
it'd be the lie
understand,
for me.
but
It's the lie for me.
it's more.
It's the
it's
lie for
more,
me. It don't mean nothing. It's the lie.
It's more, man.
But I
People
get
lie.
what he's
I'm
saying.
just saying, like, a little lie, big lie, it don't matter. So, you know what I'm saying? So, people gonna lie all the time. So, like you say, yeah, I believe it should be mandatory, but if it could be 20 days, like 20 days before I see it, because once I see it and you tell, and I feel like it's mine. Somebody else can have it. And, like, you could take the paternity test and it be his. But once I seen it and told my soul it's mine,
Right.
You still gonna
it's
take
hard for
care
me
of
to
it.
say, no, it ain't mine. Baby just got two daddies at this point. We're gone.
Now, your turn, Tori.
I mean, I pretty much agree with what everybody's saying. I feel like if you've been with somebody for a long time, or y'all married, or y'all have like that connection or that trust with each other, where y'all know ain't nobody like fucking around or anything like that, then in that case, then you don't have to get a paternity test. There's no point in doing that. But in other situations, like how she said on paternity court, like I seen one. Hellas ago, I used to watch it, and she had like 4, 5 dudes, and none of them passed. And I was like, oh, all right. So, like, for people that's outside or something, yeah, they definitely should be required, because then it saves that heartbreak or that whatever, thinking like, oh, this kid mine, that type of thing. And that whole time, what the Kanye song say? The one you said 18 years old and he just found out that the kid wasn't his. Yeah, like, that's not cool at all. And also, the woman should take the fall for that too, because it's just like, you could have been up front, like, or if you know that you've been fucking around or whatever, it ain't no point in being like, yeah, this your baby, your baby. You don't even know for sure, because you've been dealing with other people. So it's like, ridiculous how many people out here just do that just so they don't have to be a single parent or whatever their reason is.
Speak on it.
But you could literally just be like, yeah, this not your kid, and then it'd be up to that person at that point, like how he said, once he tell him his soul that baby is his, then he could just gonna take care of it. Some people like that, where even if it's not their blood, they like, okay, even though that shit hurt and you lied, I'ma just step in as a father, because who else gonna do it, type of thing. So I mean, that's how I feel about that one.
It's on you, Joe.
On me?
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
It's on you.
Now,
this
you
is
know
your
it's not
question.
exact right answer, but you know.
It's opinion based.
Okay,
At
that's
the end
what
of
I'm
the day,
saying.
it's opinion based.
Optimal answer. Okay.
Optimal answer. Yeah,
Okay.
I got you.
All right.
So by being opinion based, I'm gonna give you my opinion right off the back, and it's what I said earlier. There's no honor amongst thieves. Nobody nowadays has integrity. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody tells the full truth all the time, because at the end of the day, the truth is what you believe the truth to be. So when you dating somebody, let's say you dating somebody right off the back, you never know it's gonna ever be exclusive, monogamy, whatever. You might be dating two men at the same time to see who will be the winner amongst each other. I call it the musical chair syndrome. Basically, whenever the music stops, whoever's the finest one sitting down, that's the one that wins your heart. So if that's the case, you dating both at the same time to see who the better man is, and whoever win that type of analogy, you might have to date us on all different levels: mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially.
Yeah.
And so if you dating us all of us to see who the better match, we both smash you. It's not my fault your birth control didn't work. You become pregnant, because those are facts. People get pregnant on birth control. 9 times out of 10, you try to do the math, and the math might pinpoint me, but you might have the little decimals off a little bit. Next thing you know, it's the other guy. I raised the kid about 11 to 12. Something telling me in my heart, because my mom and my granny kept telling me over and over again, that's not my child.
This happening?
No, I'm just speaking.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
speaking
I
in
was just
theory.
saying, I was just wondering.
I'm giving you an overall announcement of how
Sound
people.
like some Jerry Springer.
No, I'm giving you an overall announcement of how people
R.I.P.
pretty much. Right. Right. I'm giving you an overall announcement. So, like, basically, like, a person takes a paternity test at 12, find out the kid's not there. What happens if you on child support? So you pay for a kid for 12 years.
Nothing.
You get that
And
money
you,
back, now,
you don't,
shouldn't you?
you don't get the money. That's what I'm
You
trying to
should get it back.
say. Now you get what I'm saying. You don't
She
get.
ain't going to jail.
You
I
ain't
didn't know that.
And you gonna be
And
like,
see,
God
I'm
damn.
against that. I feel that she should be locked up at that point.
They'll never do that.
If you feel see, my thing is like to piggyback off like what Chu
That's
said.
fraud.
You all in the hospital. You done been lying to this man, knowing you done had sex with 2 or 3, 4, 5 different men raw, and then you get pregnant. Why would
that's
you
crazy.
sit there?
but just saying
And
that's the same.
women do this,
Men
but
do
why
the
would
same
you
thing,
sit
though.
there
Men act like they
and
put on
lie?
protection and don't put it
And
on,
why would
so
you
I
lie?
can just
And
blame
then
her.
you done this man like Chew, he might have a heart like Chew, right? So now they bring the papers to you immediately, you know, in the birthing room, okay? And here you go. Okay, this man sitting here, all eyes on him. They watching to see. But see, if you a woman who ain't about their life, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't married, you say, hold it. Okay, because I say hold it. But see, you don't, they make them sign it. See,
Hold it.
and then the woman just sitting there looking at them, everybody grilling them, right? Knowing in her heart she done lied and done had sex with 5 or 6 different men. You know, like he said, there's no integrity. People, you know, is lying and stuff. However, if you have pinned this on this man, okay, you should be locked up.
Women so crazy to the point.
You should be.
That's
I
fraud.
used, when I was
Yeah,
on the street,
basically,
I
I don't
like
want
what
that
you
time.
call a runner. Like G could hit her, Joe could hit her, because I ain't really want her to be tied to me.
Yeah,
But
just your
if
turn.
you- out of these two, if I'm the financially stable, you gonna say,
I agree with that. I think they're gonna look at who's got the money.
You gonna say, oh, it's mine. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you what you gonna do is you gonna go down here and say, I got date rape. If you gonna tell them people you got date rape,
Say grape.
all right, I apologize.
It's okay.
You got date rape.
There you go.
You go down there and tell them you got date rape, they gonna tell you, all right, they gonna put you. So now you still gonna get child support. You gonna get all the stuff the state got to offer, but they ain't gonna tie it to nobody's name. So, but I still, like I say, it's mine. I go ahead and do that. Pampers, woo out to run the school, do all that extra. But you ain't finna just tie me down to my license being suspended and all that. But it's crazy because women would straight go.
Oh,
down
they'll
there and
railroad the
say
shit out of you.
They got great, you know what I'm saying? They got date grape just because they really don't know. You don't know, so they be like, all right, well, just so I can say you the baby daddy, we'll do it like that.
Yeah, and
With
you
my-
know,
Let Joe. You was trying to.
I
Hold on. Let Joe finish. Let Joe finish.
I keep cutting me off.
I'm sorry.
It's all good though. I don't even remember what I was saying, but like,
Chicks ain't shit.
Damn.
but nah, what I was trying to say earlier is just pretty much no honor amongst thieves though. So I feel like you can't just take anything no more at face value. You just kind of like, it is what the facts is though. And nowadays, that's what the truth is. People are outside, they doing their thing, and that's kind of like what they're doing. And so you even if you marry, it's no real. You don't know if that person's integrity is right in a marriage. It's people that have cheated on people and be married, and they're taking care of children that wasn't their children, and they were thought that they was their children because they was married. So all that, the biblical, the integrity, the marriage, the commitment, none of that means nothing, because at the end of the day, a person is going to always be true to their self.
Well, what happened to the village raising the kids? Should it make a
I mean,
difference?
I agree.
I mean,
That's
when
a
you
whole
think
nother
about it,
show. I
agree with you.
since we all part of that same mix,
What's
you
up,
know,
B?
That's
We
the
get
old-
you on there,
that's
bro.
the triple OG.
Them days is over,
Well,
man.
I just want to say that it was interesting that my son's father was in the hospital, my oldest one's,
Right.
when he was born, all of that. And the woman who came in to ask him to sign, she said, you don't have to sign. And she's pulling the clipboard back. And he said, he cursed and said, give me that paper. And he snatched it. But
Right.
it was interesting how she kept saying, oh, no, you don't have to sign. if you
This
don't
the
Right.
nurse?
it was they call it
It's a
birth
social
certificate.
worker.
No,
Social
no,
Midwife.
no.
The midwife.
It wasn't no, it was in the hospital.
Wrong
It was,
situation.
like a clerk.
He said the
that
social
comes-
worker in the baby.
It was not the social worker. We don't do that.
Right.
It was the they have
Oh,
like a,
man,
they have like a
shoot.
birth certificate clerk that comes in, asks for your back
Social worker,
then,
you
you
know
that
what
was
didn't
the-
happen.
Back then, she'd come in, ask for the information, take it all, and submits. They'd have a person the same person usually submits for the birth certificate and the social security number.
Well, that was
Did that
back
happen
in the
to
day,
your
though.
second birth too? Did they do that?
That's
no,
back in the
he
day, though.
he
That
was the
don't
one that
happen no more.
chose not to sign.
Okay. That's crazy.
What don't
How
How'd it happen
she,
where they keep pressuring you? to see
she didn't even ask no questions first or nothing. She's just like, you don't have to
She
sign.
kept
That's what I'm saying. They
going
asked the
on
mama,
and
man, like,
on.
you do want to sign
He
it?
If I'm
said,
in there,
"Be,"
they'll
and he
bring
snapped
Yeah, that's
it.
what I'm saying, yeah.
They'll just be like, they gonna
Right.
ask me, do I want to
No, they ain't gonna say, yeah, that's what's up.
No,
So,
she-
let's
she
move
was
past
just
that. We
pulling
got a
back.
lot of questions to get to. I got this one. So, we want to kill a myth today.
Oh, Lord.
The myth about using fat chicks for money. Is
Oh.
this true or not?
What?
I'm going to say I disagree. Come on, don't you stay by that motherfucking mic. Don't you move.
He say the
Don't
myth.
you move. Don't you move.
That ain't on the
I'm
podcast
gonna-
questions.
I understand that.
What's the question again?
Fat girls are in now.
Because I'm the
Yeah.
BBW on
Well,
the panel.
let me
I'm
read
going to
it
wait
again
for it
in
to
case
come to
you
me.
didn't hear it.
One at a time.
The myth about using fat chicks for money. Is this a true myth or not? I'm going to go first. I'm going to say it's not true. I think you use any woman for money. Because if you put 4 fat chicks at the table, 4 skinny chicks at the table, they going to have the same story going all the way down. He used my tax money. I bought him a car. I bought him jewelry. I bought him clothes. I took him on trips. They all say, because look at Facebook now. Every chick is saying the same thing. These dudes just want to use you for money. They just want to do this and that. And either she fat, skinny, cute, ugly, whatever. So we need to stop this myth that fat chicks get used for their tax money. That's a lie. So Van, I'm moving to you now. Do you believe that myth about you only fat chicks get used for their money?
No.
Now what's your take on it?
Yeah, but see, the whole definition of fat and stuff has been changed over time. I mean, there used to be a time where,
This don't change.
yeah, because I mean, like with Lizzo and all these other girls, they you know, they done made it so that they ain't out no more. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no out crowd. So I ain't never heard of a guy say, hey man, she kind of plump, man. So I'm just hitting this. I never heard that because I knew some guys that was in love and all they did was went after big girls. Yeah, I mean,
Wait your turn, bro.
I mean, because
Wait your turn.
I mean, it just depends. Now, when you say fat, you got to give a definition. I mean, if it's obese, grossly obese, severely grossly obnoxious obese, I mean,
obnoxiously obese.
Right.
yeah,
Obnoxious. I never heard of.
That's not medical.
Hold on. I gotta
400
hear this.
pounds and over.
Obnoxious mean what now?
600 pounds.
400 pounds.
Obnoxious fat chick is is
Give you an example. There was a guy poured out a magazine. I had never seen a magazine like that. All of the women in there were at least 300 pounds and over. I didn't even know they did a Playboy book like that.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's normal. But back to the obnoxious fat chick. What is an obnoxious fat chick?
And I'm just saying grossly obese, like 500 pounds.
Well, grossly is
you
like
know.
the 600-pound life.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what I'm
Okay,
saying. Yeah,
okay.
that kind of fat. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay, on you, Panda.
Okay, since I
Do
am
you
the
believe that
BBW
myth that
on the
using fat chicks
panel,
for money is real?
since
Yeah,
I
so
am
she's
the
not- she's
BBW on the
attractive.
panel, thank you, doctor.
Until she starts
Yeah.
talking.
whatever. So I don't know. I've heard about that too. Or they pay as you weigh, or they pay for
What?
meat. I don't know. I don't know what
She makes
timeline
bank. She don't need
they.
no dude to-
I don't know, cause who ain't is me. I wish I would give up the tax money. I don't know, but hey, listen. You know, some women, I guess, if they are heavier set women and they don't have any other attributes, if that's all they have to offer a man is money, then
But you don't think a
maybe.
skinny chick can do that too?
I mean, men do it if she gonna pay for them, she gonna pay for them. You know what
But I
I'm
know
saying?
dudes have used skinny chicks for the same amount of money a dude
They
used fat
have.
chicks for.
Yeah,
I
I
think
ain't
that
never heard of that
if that's
specifically
that
for-
woman's mentality, if she feel like she has nothing left but money to give, it doesn't matter her body
So it's not a
size.
fact. So it's a myth then. in other
It's a
words.
myth. However, the myth is big women pay for it. I'm gonna tell you this here. No, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be like, you want this meat, girl. Okay,
meat.
so I'm just saying,
Meat to meat.
no, meat to meat, you know, but no, you don't pay for,
Right.
what, you know, it doesn't matter like your body size. If you're that type of woman that's just low grade and you feel like your worth is in your wallet for that man, no matter your body size, you could be a crackhead
Can't
going
argue
out there
facts.
selling it, you know, but it's just whatever. I don't think it's a BBW thing, so no.
That's deep.
Okay, Nina, you skinny.
You want this? What you want?
I don't think I'm skinny, but anyway.
Would you say
I
how would you
agree.
give your weight range if you had to say how you fit into
Good
that?
question, man.
I'm petite, definitely.
That's skinny.
Because I'm 5'3". No, petite is not. You can be petite, and petite is stature. But I'm petite because I'm short, and I have a small frame. So I think I'm like on the medium side.
Medium.
So what size shirt you wear before you go on?
Medium or large.
That's why I say
I don't
medium.
believe that. But go ahead.
Well-
I'm gonna buy you
Well,
one.
it's because of the breast, though, man. That can-
It's a lot of girls.
The
that's
breast.
got
What
them
you mean
breasts.
by that?
I'm saying with a person breast, the shirt can.
Well, when the shirts come in, you post the cheat, you get one first. So you.
So are you saying her breasts are big or
I
small?
never said
So
that. I said
Nina,
woman
do you
breast
believe
can
it's a
take the
myth
shirt
that
off.
people use fat women for money?
I think people use people. Period.
There you go.
Right now, that's where I'm coming from.
Now the doctor next to you got a whole lot
But
to
there's
say.
there's a
Cause
caveat
everyone
to
reaching
that.
for that mic.
I do think that
Right.
women in general.
Hold on, real quick. Let her talk. Let her talk.
It's the bell, sweetie.
I know I'm ringing that because I'm
Yeah,
ringing
let
the
her
bell.
talk so we can hear it.
I do think that people who are not confident get used because
True.
then they think they have to buy someone's affections.
That's true.
So, and I'm certainly not saying that BBWs are
I know, baby,
are not
'cause
confident because you are, and I have several.
not Miss
I
Pam.
have
Right.
several. I have a best friend in Las Vegas, Nevada, who shall remain nameless. That gets more men than me when we go out.
How she can ran through? That's what's up.
No, not really. That's not what I said. She gets more.
She not married?
She gets.
What am I missing?
She gets more.
Oh, Joe gotta do that.
She gets more male attention than I
Let her
get.
talk.
So, so I'm certainly not saying every woman who's a larger woman is not confident. I am saying that women who aren't confident, and if you fall into that, then you fall into that.
That's true. That's true.
That it's easier to take advantage of a woman who's not necessarily that confident because now they're trying to, oh baby, please, and they're trying to convince you, and some of that is money.
True.
Oh, look at that.
He said, "Look at that."
Very
You clear
Oh,
there.
you say, "Look at that."
Yeah, look at
We
it.
are super good friends.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. So what you gonna do? So I asked a question to you: do you believe it's a myth about using fat chicks for money? Yes or no?
That's a myth. Because you use, like, people, you don't really use people. People just, people say you use somebody. How do you use somebody that's willingly to do something?
I agree with
I
you.
Got a
really
point.
I
don't
agree
really
with you
use-
there.
I didn't use you. It's what you think of yourself or what you do for me. Like, you could tell, and people don't know use unless you tell them I really don't like that person.
Yeah.
They be like, well, you
Right,
using them.
right.
They be like, I'm not using them. They doing what they want to do. For me, it's just like when you go somewhere. I'm just saying, when you want a shirt, you go pay for it. You like it, you go buy another one. You gonna keep paying for it because that's what you like. So people, they really don't get you. They paying for what they. But some people, that's what they do. They leave with their paper. So that's what they. Some people know, and most likely, like she say, sometimes the people with feel like they don't got a lot of self character or low self esteem, so they feel like they got that over the next person. Like,
Right.
Well, it
know
kind
what
of go both ways though. When a fat dude, they say fat dudes pay for.
see, fat dudes,
chicken.
like, it's really like, with fat dudes, I feel like they really take women out to eat. So women love to eat. If you don't, a St. Louis woman, first thing she gonna say is,
Out to eat.
where we want to eat. You be like,
Yeah.
you want to go on a date? She ain't gonna say rock climbing. She ain't
Nah,
gonna say skating.
she ain't saying
gonna
none of
say
that.
bowling. She gonna say,
Where we eating
gonna
at?
eat it?
Yeah,
You
that's
like,
true.
Damn, you can't eat at home. When we go to the point. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
That's
damn,
real talk though.
what
That's
make-
real talk.
Every day got to be somewhere to eat. So,
I mean, if we go rock climbing, we gotta eat afterwards.
shit, all right, we can go right there,
right.
but we might go eat after. But I'm just saying, but
Every
it
chick
gonna
ain't
be
worth the
food.
meal, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every
Certain
chick.
energy.
You want to go sit around all these people where they can just stare at us? But to the question,
You
it's-
disagree?
it's
That's a
more-
myth.
I believe it's a myth. Like,
Okay.
you know, I agree with it. I mean, like, I disagree. It's a myth
Mm-hmm.
because you use it ain't no fat chick nowadays. It be anybody skinny person. Like, you'll use somebody that's real skinny. You be like,
I seen bad chicks get used.
yeah, because that's what they want to
Yeah,
do. Because
yeah.
she feel like, because a lot of bad chicks saying that to say people be scared to approach them.
Right,
So
right,
they
right.
feel low, because they be like, damn, don't nobody try to talk to me. So when you
Right.
talk to them, then they get you. Put
Shirts
it down
and-
on them and
yeah.
all that stuff. They gonna start doing what it takes
They
to
start
keep you.
spoiling you,
They
yep.
keep
Right.
spoiling you. So it really ain't no. And then people, like I say at first, I don't really feel people get used because you like. You know what I'm saying, like, you really don't like. They give it to you. You ain't making them do nothing. But just
Right.
because I don't really like put you like you ain't my up front, I ain't really using you or nothing like that. You just basically doing what you want.
You're doing your job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
That's
yeah.
all
You paying
for
for
it.
what you want.
I agree. I agree. I think that's cool.
All right. So yeah, I pretty much.
Do you believe it's a myth that people use fat chicks for money only? Only them the ones that get used?
Yeah, that's a myth because everybody's somebody cup of tea. Even
That's true.
if you don't like, curvier women, somebody love it. So it's like, somebody gonna appreciate that person and look past all of that. Not even just using it for the money, but they genuinely want to deal with that person. So I don't believe that whole thing that people use fat chicks for money. Now I'm sure people take advantage of people, like I said, if the confidence is low or they, that's what they want to do. Then people do stuff for me. I'm upfront, but I'm not finna do nothing with you. But I mean, if you want to do whatever you want, I'm appreciative. I mean, but that's pretty much as far as it's gonna go, type of thing. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. But I mean, yeah, anybody could be taken advantage of, honestly.
Okay, Joe, on you.
Oh,
I was waiting for
Lord.
this answer.
2010 and up, it wasn't a myth. It was facts. If you go
Start over.
2010
And today.
up, no, 2010 and back. Like,
Oh, Babin say what?
yeah, like up, like going up to
Where you
like
getting your
2009.
information from?
Huh? It's just fact. You've seen the movies. You've seen it in life. I mean, usually the bigger woman, if you think about it, of the stigma of what men would naturally want as in a size, you alluded to it last week. You a person, you made money, you would naturally, if you
Go
like
a smaller
something,
woman, yeah.
you'll want a bigger woman. But most people that made money, 9 times out of 10, a man who felt he had value, he would smash the big woman. My bad. He would smash the big woman, but he would not.
Wifer.
Well, he will not wife her up. That would be her biggest like kind of stigma right there. But a person who like nowadays, where it's kind of like everything is more accepted upon.
Yeah.
Your weight is
That
more
is
accepted
true.
upon. Your sexuality is more like accepted nowadays. So a person nowadays will be more inclined to kind of like take you as face value, what you were. But before then, most of those women, they would just kind of like, they had lower self-esteem because the world, when they was a kid, they was pretty much put down by everybody. Nobody put them first.
That's true.
Even their own parents would do stuff to try
That's
to
true.
shame them.
Still in the fat
And
camp.
so now that becomes psychological. That's why I say
Yeah.
about DNA. It's a lot of stuff. A lot of people feel like it's genetic. Genetics is all type of ways, and I love to hear Doc answer on that once I get to him on that part. But that's why I say I would say 2010 and up. That wasn't a myth. That was more facts if you look at stats wise.
Yeah.
But if you look at it nowadays from 2011 now, when Obama made a lot of stuff more acceptable, nowadays people don't care what you got no more. Some people could be broke. But you could be bringing value in other ways. You could be bringing values within sex. You could be bringing values within food, with comfort, love, nurture, all those type of things. And so nowadays, people going for what they actually feel is more valuable, and it's not more financial. So that'll be my
That's
answer
true.
to that.
Well, I appreciate all the feedback, y'all. What's the next question, Tori?
I got the question.
Oh, you got it. I'm
you got
sorry.
your questions.
So
I'm
I
like,
want to go ahead.
Can we start going this way this time?
Yeah, I got you. I do want to touch on this one thing real quick. It was kind of like that myth question I asked all y'all. I would love to go this way first. So let's go.
Of course.
So could you cheat on someone and still be loyal?
Could you cheat on someone and still be loyal?
Yeah, so that's the think about the question. How you said it last time. Think about it. Just don't answer. Don't be in post.
No, I'm on.
Yeah, don't be in post. So I would love to hear a question. So I'm gonna start with you, Tori. Unfortunately, you gotta answer first though. Could you cheat on someone and still be loyal?
Not the foot tap. You serious?
Yeah.
Okay, it literally depends.
Okay.
As much as I am against cheating 200%, it literally depends.
I know that.
Because on one hand, depending on the situation, the reason, what happened, the oops, accidentally fell on aisle 7, whatever the case may
Yeah,
be.
you slipped an aisle. It was a wet floor sign. I mean, it's true.
Oh my God.
Right.
So on one hand, it's like, how could you cheat on somebody and still be dealing with them? Because to me, the way I see it, if you feel like that you need to go cheat on somebody, you might as well not even be with that person, per se. But if you really want to be with that person, it's like, what's the point of cheating on them? So on the other flip hand side, like I said, because it depends. If you really want to be with that person, whatever reason you slipped on aisle 7, you would really make it up to that person. I feel like you could really get past that, but it takes a lot of mental work on both parties to get past.
Are you talking about the cheating or the loyal part?
The cheating and the being loyal.
Okay, we're gonna let everybody answer. Do I interrupt? I want to hear the answer.
Okay, I'm just trying to get
I know.
It takes a lot of mental work and strength to get past the cheating and still be with somebody and, be on that aspect. And then loyalty also, I feel like loyalty and faithfulness kind of be, those are they similar, but they can kind of be two different things at the same time because, every time you call them up, they answer. Anytime you need something, they there, something going on, they your shoulder to lean on, whatever case may be. So, you can still be loyal to that person, even though that bullshit happens.
So you gotta pick a side. You over trying to explain it to me. You gotta speak. Is it a yes or no? Can you cheat on somebody and be loyal?
Now wait for that.
I'm going deep.
I'm waiting to hear. Tell me what's up now.
Yes or no?
I'm gonna have to say yes.
Okay then.
Bang.
Next one.
For sure. That's a yes for me.
You gotta speak up.
Yeah, you can cheat on somebody and still be loyal because, first off, I feel like cheating is an opinionated word.
Right.
I had someone cheating. I don't man, you cheated on me. No, I didn't. I just did something I wanted to do that day. I'm still coming back to you because I didn't cheat on you. I ain't. I'm just saying that's me personally. Because I don't feel because I'm a different type of breed.
Right.
Just say I'm a person that really don't like going out.
Yeah.
So if I'm dealing with somebody and they want to go out, just say I don't like using for example because he say everybody using for one, but just say Jody.
It's all these guys
Jody is a guy that like dating. If she met Jody at work or something, because I feel like everybody got a work boyfriend. That's just me.
Right.
You see him every 8 hours.
Yeah.
You ain't got to be dealing with him, but somebody there cute to you.
Okay.
But just say Jody, you want to go out for lunch? She gonna say the people at work going out for lunch. Jody take her out to lunch.
Right.
I find out I'm not gonna be mad because Jody a person that, you know what I'm saying, that's not cheating.
Right.
To me.
Right.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? So
Keep going, bro.
So with Jody doing that, I'm not really big
Right.
caught up. I'm not. I feel like I'm still loyal to mine. Because like she just said, if you call me, I could.
Right.
I see that.
Right. So your overall answer, I get you. So your overall answer is yes, you can cheat on someone and still be loyal.
And
Okay,
not
then.
to interrupt that too, it depends on what y'all define as cheating too.
Yeah, no, you see
That's cool. Okay.
Good
That's
job,
good.
Chew. Good job.
What about you, Nina? Can you cheat on someone and still be loyal?
No.
Okay, why?
She need the mic.
Here,
My bad.
You got to answer over again. I'm sorry. Can you cheat on someone and still be loyal?
Who wants to come back to you, Dina, until you get it together? Or?
I think she got it.
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
So, no. And the reason I say no is because no, It's well, I was thinking about in a committed relationship, but if you're not in a committed relationship, then you can't be cheating.
Okay.
If you haven't established that with that person that you're exclusive, then that's a different story. So
So if you are in a committed
if you are in a committed relationship,
Okay.
loyalty, you have to break down loyalty. Loyalty involves trust, involves integrity, involves respect. And how do you do that with somebody who's cheating on you? You can't trust them anymore.
Right.
It can be rebuilt, kind of.
Yep.
But speaking from experience, it ain't going. It's not going. Eventually,
Right.
it's gonna rear its ugly head again.
Okay.
So that's why I say, if a person cheats, to me they're not considered a loyal person, because
Okay.
to me loyalty is a package deal. It's
Okay.
not let's split it up in phases or in steps or in layers.
Yep.
Loyalty is like pregnancy. You either are or you aren't.
I can respect that.
That's it.
Okay then. So your overall answer is no. You cannot be
It's-
loyal to somebody if you cheated on them, right?
It's a no in every single language.
Okay then.
Damn.
What about you, Panda? Can you cheat on someone and still be loyal?
I'm gonna say right off the bat, absolutely.
Oh, why?
Well,
She don't mean that, y'all. She lying. She
Let
lying.
her talk. She let everybody else talk. Let her talk, man. Let her get her
whatever. I'm gonna say, just life experience. Yes, you can be in a relationship with somebody.
Yep.
You have time and time again maybe brought up an issue within your relationship that maybe that person refuses to work on. It could definitely be, well, let's just put it out there. It could be sex. Okay. You talk to this person about whatever issue you had dealing with the sex or whatever, and that person refuses to fix it. However, on other all aspects, they are a good person. You want to be with them or whatever. Yeah, if need be. Okay, let me holler at you, and then I'm gonna go dip and come right back.
Okay.
I mean,
So your overall answer, I just want to make sure I hear everybody answer so far. So we're going to do a quick little poll. So what was your answer again?
No.
Nope.
It was no or yes?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes, you can still be loyal. to
Okay, what was
somebody.
yours?
Yeah, you can still be loyal.
Yours was no? Yours was yes?
yes.
So we got 3 yeses, 1 no. What about you, Doc? Make sure you sit up and speak to the mic. Can you cheat on someone and still be loyal?
No, if you're not in a committed relationship, then you're not loyal to begin with.
Okay.
Now,
You
if
got stuff
are
going on.
in a committed relationship.
Yeah, make sure you're speaking up too in the mic.
Yeah, if you're in a committed relationship, that's a different thing, and y'all both agree on certain behaviors, conduct. Then you go through with it. Personally, I think if you as a man, and you got a bad chick, and she's got your head, and y'all doing a bunch of things together, you ain't got no time really to. Yeah, I work in a hospital and stuff, and I was dating people and around fine nurses all day long. They didn't bother me because my activities afterwards, she kept me tired.
You kept me tired out?
Yeah, it could get me drained.
How do you
So
keep you
I
tired?
mean,
Consistency.
she knew what she was doing.
Oh,
She got an A in that category. So
Okay.
look, you get
understand.
wore out like that. You know how it is when a man's eye
Rise,
makeup. You
yeah.
just can't.
You can't-
You
can't
know what I'm
handle
saying?
yourself.
So you be around fine gals all day in the hospital and like, yeah, okay,
So what was your overall answer? I couldn't know if it was
Yeah, I
a
think
yes
he
or
said
no.
no.
You said no to it?
yeah.
Okay, then let me ask you real quick before we go to Greg. I think what was that last Thursday? I talked about women wearing nightgowns. So they wear that what was called the muumuu.
Yeah, moo.
No.
Do
Oh
they
my
wear
God.
muumuu back in your day to keep you tired? That's deep, ain't it? The color purple. The color purple.
The color purple is not.
I got
a
one
muumuu,
right now.
though. A
That was-
That
nightgown-
mug
That
works.
was a muumuu.
Wait,
That was a
wait.
muumuu.
Everybody grandma had
Nightgown
one.
and a muumuu are a little bit different.
Same
'cause
thing.
Nightgown, that's more
Same
so
thing.
like back in the day, color
Same
purple
thing.
type thing. The muumuu is a more updated new generation.
Same thing.
It look
But
all
it-
it got
but
the colors
it don't
on
reveal
it.
to me.
Nice and
Not
comfortable.
how you seen color
It's a little
purple?
shorter.
Not
All
necessarily.
right, hold on. Tell me side combo.
I
Come
don't
on, come on.
remember. I don't remember.
You don't remember it, so he can't answer the
All right,
question.
yeah, man. Okay.
He got
So
know the
what is
color
it about
purple.
wearing nightgowns or what?
So it's like
Victoria's Secret.
back in them days. Because what you say, you back what in the 70s, 80s?
No, he's born 52.
yeah.
So you back in the 60s, and so that,
Yeah.
that was real deep. They were
Yeah.
more like Drapers type of thing.
Yeah.
And so like when a woman would get ready to have sex with a man, when a woman was get ready, right, when a woman get ready to have sex with a man, usually then they have like more of a kind of a gown type of thing, but no underwear and nothing like that.
A
showing.
slip?
It was a slip.
No,
Yeah.
it's like a nightgown.
And
but
they
it's
like
Like what
still-
she got on.
It's
the
like
white.
a heavy silk or
Lace
something
at
like
the
that.
top,
There,
lace at the
yeah.
top,
Right.
one
like
chin
what I
out.
got on.
Yeah, like no, that's how
They didn't have all that.
Lace at the
They didn't have that
top,
back
just the one
then.
he always hung out.
Nah,
Let me hear him answer though. Let me hear him. When you said they didn't have that back
Oh
then.
my goodness.
No, they did because I never forget. Yeah, that should be.
Take
That
it,
should be.
Go ahead, go there, man.
No, I was a teenager then. I was about 14, and my uncle came over, and we had a guest apartment
Right.
downstairs, so nobody was supposed to be there. And we kept hearing this noise down there. So my cousin and I, we went down there and kind of started hearing people walk around. So he finally opened the door and said, "Oh, y'all spying." And he had a lady in there, fully grown lady, and she on this blue top. And this was the first, yeah, I mean, you 14 years old.
I got
mean,
you.
That's a hell of a thing to see a fully naked grown woman. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about no teeny
A live
bop.
Playboy.
Yeah. And I mean, she didn't have on she had her feet done real tough and everything. So we, the close or not, we were just sitting there looking.
Yeah,
Come
what?
on, man. Make sure
Damn,
you
she
the
was
mic.
fine.
Make sure you the mic.
She didn't have no underwear on or nothing. And you could see, and
All that 80s fro now.
just a
man.
blue top on. Yeah. Nah, that's all. She was fine. And we thinking, damn, Uncle pulled this here. You know what I'm saying? He pulled this here. You know, so we just sit around and looked.
Dang, she on?
Huh?
Hold on. No.
Well, what happened was my uncle. He at the time he had a company, but he used to drink and he used to like go play the horses. So he was a little tipsy. So he told her, he said, "Well, look, these my two little nephews. Why don't you give them some?" And she said, "They just little boys." He said, "Their little dicks will get hard." Well, she got on the bed and she was reading the magazine while we were taking turns.
Yeah.
So after
you
we
ran through
finished-
back in the day.
So after we finished, you know, after one of us finished, you know, because I was bigger than my cousin, so I went first. He was a little short dude, you know, so he couldn't whoop me. You know?
So the lady actually let you
She laid on
have
the
sex
bed.
with her?
Yeah, my uncle was looking at TV, and he said, "I'll pay you." And she said, "Well, their little dicks won't even get hard." He said, "Yes, they will."
I couldn't wait for it. That's what I got you, bro.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you on story time. You
That was the first train wreck.
Thank you. Back in the day. Let's go into the Chronicles.
But you know what was weird about it? We were doing our little whatever we were doing, and she was
Right.
reading the magazine.
Right.
She said, "You through? Get your little ass up now."
She didn't moan or nothing.
No, she was reading the magazine
Oh,
as
y'all
though
was
we
losing
wasn't
this
doing
one,
nothing. So it's like, damn, you know.
And how old was she?
She looked like she was in her 20s, but my uncle had to be everything in his 40s.
Is that pimping?
That's a hell of a
Is that
story.
pimping? You like? Is
That's
you
legal
win?
pimping.
Is that hoeing or is that pimping?
That's
at the same
legal
time?
pimping.
He
No, I
figured.
ain't talking about. I'm talking
You
about
know
you
why
as a
he
man,
did
like,
this?
you know,
He
you
figured we didn't.
Did you win?
He figured we have never
Yeah.
had sex
Sound like a
before.
win.
That's a
He
win.
was
He
making a
wanted you all to
presumption,
have-
and with a grown woman.
Had you?
No, not we
hold on,
were the teen girls in the
What the
neighborhood.
question?
Yeah,
Hold on, I'm
You
a
know.
little grimy with my questions, man.
Yeah.
Did y'all know them?
yeah.
Jesus Christ. This.
All right, we gotta get back
Yeah.
on. We gotta get back on subject. Let's get back on subject now. So let's go back around the table. Me and you still have to answer though. So right now we have yes for Tori, yes for Chew, no for Nina,
Oh my.
yes for
head.
Panda.
Man, this was way
No
back in
for
the
Van.
60s, though. You know, this
Hey,
was like.
Van ain't nothing changed.
No for Van. So now, Greg, here go the question for you. I already know your answer.
Oh yeah, you already know.
I know it, bro. But I'm gonna still ask it though. Could you cheat on someone and be loyal?
Yes,
to
you
them?
can if you're a man. A woman can't do it.
Okay.
On to you. That's all I need to say.
That's all you gotta say?
all
Ain't nothing
I
else?
gotta say.
So
You
yours
gotta
is-
elaborate.
Yours is flavor,
You,
yeah.
you
That's all I
definitely
gotta
have to
say.
explain that.
Well, for one, when dudes cheat, so if this it's a scenario, if you put 10 women pictures on the wall, a dude, and they put a balloon next to their face and with a dart, he gonna keep throwing till he get one he want. You put 10 dudes on the wall, a woman ain't gonna keep throwing at him. She want this one dude. So when y'all cheat, it's more personal. When dudes do it, just for sport. That's why I say, Lord, because we can go cheat on you, and still come home like, hey, boo, you need something to eat, and we'll bring you something to eat. Did the kids eat? Yeah. I'm gonna come put oil in, take you the oil change out. He didn't bust a nut in Walmart parking lot. He still gonna put oil in your car and some other shit. Keep moving. A woman would cheat. She ain't putting oil in your car. She probably gonna beat you no more. Cause the other dude probably taught that old hip shit to her, like, oh, your eyes are like the storm in the wind, all that bullshit. And women love to hear that bullshit, right? They love to hear that bullshit, and then she get he must want me. Then they be on Facebook mad because they think every nigga's the same, but they chose these niggas. But anyway, but that's why I say, yeah, for a dude, that he's loyal to the soil, but a woman, no, because you got to think a woman would be more loyal to her hairdresser than her man. Because she would not talk to her hairdresser that she loved the most when she talked to a man.
That's it.
Go ahead.
So,
I'm cold at this, bro. Cold at this, nigga.
So, it was more like a riddle. That's why I introduced it as. I did say it was a riddle, so nobody can say I tricked them or anything like that. First thing first, all y'all answer with relationship. I never said it was a relationship, did I not? Cheating is all type of form of life, right? You can cheat in life, you can cheat in a race, you can cheat yourself, right?
True.
So, let me break it down.
On a person.
No, he didn't.
I never said relationship. You said relationship.
You said cheat on a person.
A person could be a man, right?
I ain't gonna cheat on no man.
But you looking at it as a physical action, bro. I said, listen, I let all y'all talk. I didn't interrupt nobody. So I'm gonna give y'all the riddle. I'm gonna give y'all 3 scenarios. Come on, Doc, stay with me with this one though. So I'm gonna use the analogy of a game. You ready? If you're in the game, what do game teach you? Loyalty, right?
Structure.
Your structure, right? If you get picked up by the cops, and the cops, you have to snitch or whatnot, the gang gonna say what? You're unloyal, right? So if you take the rap for the gang, you cheating the cops out the truth, so the real culprit still run away in the world, right? You cheating yourself out of life because now you have to sit, but you remain loyal to the gang. So could you cheat on someone because you are somebody, right? Could you cheat on someone and still be loyal?
I'm saying yeah, because I'm loyal to myself.
Now, all y'all said yeah, but what do people say? No, right?
Yeah.
I said yeah.
I don't like you using that gang
Doc
analogy.
said no.
I don't like the gang analogy the way you're presenting that.
He's saying gang, not gay.
I said gang.
Oh, okay.
All I said is because you
gang,
cheat.
yeah.
I said what I said is. Did
Yeah,
I
I don't
say
like
that
the way you're presenting that in that association with a gang. That's the thing.
Why? I said loyal. Loyalty is what loyalty is, right?
If you want to look at something that's example of loyalty, gangs is the wrong model.
I said I'm gonna give you 3 examples. That was the first one, right?
But that was a bad one, though.
That wasn't a bad example. It don't matter how you-
It ain't no loyalty among thieves.
You just said the gang. If you remain loyal.
You brought up the gang and you said loyalty, and I'm telling you, gangs are not the example of loyalty.
I don't know, Doc. I disagree.
You saw how many of them that snitched on each other.
No. That's what he said.
Dang, so you gotta listen to what I
He
said.
said, now look,
Well,
if
use
you-
another example.
Let's
man.
say you're a Crip and some Bloods roll up, and I don't like Bloods. You know that, right? Crips don't like Bloods. And they say, where your homeboy at? I ain't telling you niggas nothing. And then they beat your ass. You was loyal because you didn't tell your homeboys that. That's what he's saying. He just said
loyalty is faithfulness, right?
Police terms, yeah.
Loyalty is faithfulness, right?
Yeah.
When people associate faith, they usually say religion. Faithfulness is a pledge, an honor.
Well, use a different organization.
You cheat and be loyal.
Use a different organization, but just use a different organization.
I'm gonna use another.
If he use another
analogy though.
If he use another one.
Yeah, use
Everybody
another.
be quiet so
I
I
don't
can use
like
another
the
analogy
way
real
that's presented.
Okay, then I'm gonna give it to you in a relationship aspect of things. Is cheating not a form of deceitfulness?
No.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Yeah.
Deceitful means to be devious, to lie.
Yeah, it depends because
you
you
can
can
cheat and not
either
be
cheat and
lying.
not say
Hold
something.
on, let Joe finish. Would y'all let him finish?
My bad.
I gotta hear this one. Go ahead.
So cheating could be a form of deceitfulness, is lying, because if it's the truth, you will be honest with the person right off the back. You
But
cheated.
loyalty is telling the truth. I ain't trying to cut you off, but loyalty is telling
No,
the
it's
truth.
not. Loyalty is not telling
Loyalty
the
ain't
truth,
telling the
man.
truth.
No, it's
It
not.
said in the definition when we just looked it up.
Okay.
It just said telling the truth. When we looked it up, it said telling the
Okay.
It
truth.
depends on the act, though.
It doesn't
Go
be on
ahead,
the app, yeah.
go ahead, go ahead.
So you tell the truth within yourself, though. Loyalty is whatever your truth is.
Yeah.
So when you cheating is a form of deceitfulness.
Man, did I hit this girl last night? If I say no, I'm bold-faced lying. That ain't what I did to myself. I can say, yes, I hit her. That's
Alright,
telling
man.
the
Alright,
truth.
Let
me
him spit it out.
Let
him finish too,
man. You would never learn nothing if you keep cutting me off.
You right.
So to bring it back to what I was trying to say before, let me make it quick so that way everybody can answer it real quick. If you tell me any form of lies in a relationship. Don't matter if it's small. If I ask you right now, do you got any money, and you have $10 in your pocket, even if you don't feel like that's not money, that's still money, right? If you tell me any forms of lies in the relationship, you're cheating me out the truth. That's what you are naturally doing, right? So technically, you can still be loyal to me because you never cheated. You never stepped out of a relationship with nobody else or anything. Your loyalty is not fatter, but you still cheating me out the truth. Is that not wrong or right?
Wrong.
I say this. Is that a question?
Yeah.
It's still
I
disloyal.
say, it depends on the dude. If it's a dude, all that shit don't even matter. It's a woman. So
If you've been deceitful, you
That-
telling a
that's
lie,
right.
no matter how you look at
wait,
it.
you can't tell a woman because they live in.
It don't matter how
fantasy
you
world.
feel about a
No,
woman,
it's
though.
the truth though. They live in fantasy world.
Right.
It ain't a person on planet Earth
would
think
you-
women live in
but
reality.
would you tell me the letter of the law is the letter of the law? If you going 5 miles over the speed limit, you going 10 miles over
That's
the
why I
speed
say
limit.
depends
you
on the
still-
situation.
But you still over the speed limit, right?
Yeah, on the speed limit. But when you talk to a female,
don't
you
tell me.
can't do all that. They don't. Get,
I'm saying if the
they don't
law
get it.
say you going over that certain
speed limit
speed,
55, you did 70, you wrong.
right?
Right.
But if you do 60, you still
yeah,
wrong.
you still wrong. I totally agree.
Yeah.
But when talking to a female about a reality on Earth,
Right.
come on now.
But no matter how y'all try to view it, deceitfulness is deceitfulness. You're
That's
still
what
you're
we
still
talking
not being truthful. Is that not
There
right,
you
Doc?
go.
In my mind, if you're deceitful, you're
cheating me out the
disloyal.
truth. How you
You are
cheating me out the
disloyal.
truth?
I don't trust you.
Come on,
and
Doc.
Therefore,
Doc, how you treat
Doc,
somebody
come on,
else?
tell him. Speak up and tell you. Come on, Doc.
Come on, Doc. How do you cheat somebody out the truth?
He just got a point.
How do you cheat somebody out the truth? Let me know this.
I don't
Coming
know.
from a
I
psychologist.
don't know how
How do
you
you
can.
cheat somebody out the truth?
I don't know.
You
The way you choose my truth is like keep lying, right?
No, you cheat somebody the truth because you're lying. You basically telling them the truth. That's the whole form of lie. You telling them whatever they believe the truth to be. So you're not giving them the actual facts.
I lied.
You giving them
It's
the
talking about
illusion.
lying by admission.
Yeah,
though,
But
right?
that's
You
still, but
may
you
like
still,
them. I mean,
but
you
you
may
still
like
cheat
them.
them out of the truth. You didn't give them the ability to get the
lying
truth
is-
though. You being
I don't
deceitful.
understand the question. See, the question ain't it's not being presented in a
Okay.
optimal way.
Okay.
Because you get misunderstandings of this
Okay.
whole concept.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
I
Let
mean,
me hear
we're
it.
splitting hairs and
Okay.
everything now.
that's what I said before.
How that split?
How can you cheat somebody out the
That's
truth?
what I said. We're splitting
Well, so then in
hairs.
that case, if you want to look at it that way, if I go smashing a woman, that's my truth, right?
What you
And the
mean
woman
by
gonna
that?
say
That's
I'm
your
cheating,
truth.
I'm disloyal, I'm lying.
If
on
you
relationship.
smash,
You
if you
tell
had
her
a
you
sex
cracked
act with her, that's just a sex act.
Right, but if I go and tell you I never had sex with nobody
lied.
else,
You cheat.
After you just
Okay,
That's
Bill
what I
Clinton.
said.
That's
Okay,
deceitful.
Bill
and
Clinton.
that's
Right.
what
This-
lying.
that's
right?
Okay,
lying.
Bill
Yeah.
Clinton.
And it's
Disloyal.
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 Okay, Bill Clinton.
Nah, bro.
Deceitfulness.
Hold on.
Not
not.
Bill Clinton. Not
I get
Bill
what you're
Clinton.
saying. They don't get it.
They don't
I
get it,
get
but
what
you
you're
get
saying.
it. That's like submission.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
No, but
I get it
whatever.
because I think
see
that's
how
what
he
I think
did
you're
that?
saying now that if you talking about street lights or life or you talking about with women,
You
which
talk about
one?
Anything in general. It's
What you
all
See
in
that,
good
but
wrong.
that's what I'm
Don't
saying.
treat women in
When
general.
You break it down for Chuka. Chuka gonna learn from a different angle.
when you push it back with women, whatever, like you said, if you tell her that you cheated, that's being loyal. No, it's really not being stupid. Cause you should never do that shit. Cause that don't mean you're loyal. That's gonna make her mad, leave you the fuck
Right.
alone. So you shouldn't do that anyway. But you can lie by admission. If she say, "Do you talk to other girls?" Nah, other girls talk to me. You see what I'm saying? So that's that. I think that's where you going
You
with
still
it.
been deceitful,
But if you
you
put
did.
it into like layman's terms with a car, or we in this building, yeah. But when it comes to chicks,
So
though,
am I being deceitful if I tell her, yeah, I crack?
yeah.
No.
Hold on.
Tell
Hold on,
her.
listen,
No, you're not being
True.
deceitful.
You've been deceiving to yourself.
But you still
See, I
disloyal.
understand
You
where
deceive to
come
yourself
from.
because by you telling her the truth and she leave you alone, she think the next nigga ain't gonna do it. He gonna do it too. So she gonna let a
She gonna
stranger
leave
cheat
with
on her.
somebody that she
She gonna
know
let a
better
stranger
than.
do what you was doing,
Yeah, she
and she know you.
Right, you could be
See, stupid shit. So I just say, nah, I ain't did nothing. You know what
So
I'm
then
saying?
here's another thing too, though. You could cheat on someone and still be loyal to them because at the end of the day, if my pledge and oath to you is to say, if my pledge and oath to you is to say, I'm gonna always be there for you no matter what. And you say, hey Joe, I need you to come no matter what time of the day is. I get up.
My
And
tire
I
pop.
come. And I come, no matter what. That's a loyalty,
stuck.
right?
Yeah.
That's my honor. That's my pledge.
Yeah.
Me smashing somebody does not change my honor and
No,
pledge.
it doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
says
it
it.
does.
That's what we
I'm
saying.
agreeing
It
with you.
absolutely does.
You agree? Now you disagree
I never
with what you
did.
said.
I ever argue with him? I said you could cheat on someone and still be loyal.
Yeah, he
That's
said,
what I said.
He
And I-
agreed to it too.
And I never said it, but they said cheating is not a form of deceitfulness.
But they women.
Who
No,
said that?
So
Cheating
this
is a
No,
form
no.
of
Chu
deceitfulness.
said that. Chu said wasn't not a form of
He
deceitfulness.
said it's
He's not
deceit
lying.
if you cheat on her and tell on yourself.
tell her.
Yeah, he said if you cheat on tell is deceitful.
But
I disagree with
No,
that.
you still
Because I'd rather somebody
Still
say it.
cheated,
How about you, Pam? You kind of think a little bit on my level. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I understand, but I also feel like if you can be loyal, because you might go jump off the situation.
Yeah.
A few minutes and you pop back. Now, I'm not down with the on repeat offender type.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But maybe you did. Like I said, maybe that person wasn't cutting it, in the bedroom for you, but you like everything else about him. However, I believe that, like what you're saying is I'm in agreement with it. You can cheat on somebody and still be loyal to that person.
And also, too, not to cut you off on this, but also to piggyback on what you're saying, too, is the people don't understand this at the end of the day. You can't tell me I'm not loyal. You're not me. You can tell me the idea that I'm not loyal in your plan of things. So that however you want to look at it, you can still cheat on someone and be loyal. Ain't that not right, Doc?
Okay, I'm. You know what I was just thinking of? when you were giving that example of gangs and stuff, I was thinking of Tony Soprano. Do y'all remember when y'all was looking at the Sopranos?
Sure.
That time when he was at a little party and stuff, and the girls were giving him some head in the back room there, and then afterwards he went home to his wife. And see all that stuff that caused in the end because he was messing with that handicapped woman, and she went back. Somebody told.
But his loyalty to go back to his wife.
But his wife, I mean, she went off on that. She said, "Damn, they did a whole episode just showing her how she talked to him. Like, damn, you gonna do this to me after we got this family and this, and you gonna mess with the handicap now too? Damn, do you have any kind of whatever? You know what I'm saying? Yeah."
He was still loyal, but then also with the loyalty is dishonesty.
But that's what that reminds me of, because he
Don't
want that gang.
It's in
And
that
I was
same
thinking
part.
of Soprano.
I totally agree.
So,
you know
to
what I'm
wrap it
saying?
up, though, let's go back around the cable. Could you cheat on someone and be loyal? What's your answer for it?
Yes. And then I did want to go back to real quick because let me spit it out first. Deceitful is guilty of or involved in deceit, deceiving, or misleading others. So, yes, you can cheat and still be loyal. And also, the deceitfulness fall into, like, if you go crack somebody else and you with somebody, when she at... I ain't mean to
there we go.
When she asks you...
Good shit, she already said when they
Shut up. When she asks you, hey, did you go fuck around, blah, 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 and you be like, no, knowing that what you did, then that's deceitful.
Thank you.
But
Cheating, right?
yeah, you said that's
Yeah, I
cheating.
agree with you.
Yeah, but if she asks you and you be like, yeah, then you're not being deceitful, and that's adding to the loyalty on top of that because you was being 100 even though you did cheat. But the moment that you
But the
did,
average person
but that
don't tell
don't,
the truth, though.
yeah.
Is that how you want to look at the
I'm a
average
10%
person?
of
Don't
them,
tell.
man.
If you
10%.
I said the average. So that's the 90. That's the 90. What about you, Chew? I already know your answer on that because I know
Yeah,
you
can do
real
that.
dude.
You can do that. You can still be loyal to somebody.
Okay, then. What about you?
Nigga,
After hearing
still
everybody's
stuck on
point of view
no.
on it.
Look at her face.
Absolutely not.
She stayed fast. She stayed fast. How about you, Vanna?
Hell yeah,
So-
you can
so
definitely
you agree with me?
cheat on somebody and still be loyal.
Okay,
What
then.
about you, man? You still no for you?
I'm in the middle on that, man.
Okay, 50-50.
Yeah.
You got him
Oh,
fake.
yeah,
Whoever
yeah.
watching, they
You
feel
know.
the same way. They teeter-totter with the shit right
No
now.
matter how you look at it,
Yeah.
I never put
Got a point now.
I never put a relationship. Y'all did.
Yeah, right.
No matter how you try to, you can't shoot the. What they say? Can't shoot the message.
Only time I think about, mine's gonna be yes, but anytime
Yeah.
I think about that, it's only wrong when women do it. So
Right.
that's the next question.
All right, it's on you. You can answer.
That's
that.
my answer. I said it's only
I
wrong
didn't
when
hear
you
you.
ask
What
that
did you
question.
say?
Oh, okay.
What did you say, Greg?
I said it's only wrong when women do it.
It's only
Right.
wrong when women do it.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
abomination, right? Am I
Oh,
using the word
wow.
right, preacher lady?
When women do it. Oh,
All right. So the next question
All right,
is,
come on.
with posting your mate on your page, is that a controlling thing or you need validation? Which one is it?
We're gonna go this way. Wanna go first?
You start that way.
Say- Ask me one more time.
When posting your mate on your page, is it controlling to do it or is it you need validation?
It's controlling because if it's not something that you actually want to do, the person cannot say, well, you're hiding me or anything like that because that's not a nature. If I'm going to do something, let me do it organically.
There
It's
you
just
go,
like me.
organically.
That's like me trying to tell you, you need to have sex with me. If you don't feel like you need to have sex with me, you're going to tell me naturally is what? let it happen organically.
Yep.
So if you're gonna let something happen organically, you can't tell me what I should do and what
That's
I shouldn't do, and say I'm not validating you. Those are not facts. Some people would use that and try to say you hide or you got women or you why you don't want to post me, yada yada yada. I might not want to post you because my page might be a business page. I might want to keep my private life away from my business.
That's
or
true.
I might be a type of person, I might have a lot of haterness around my life. And so when people would see me prospering, they would try to bring negativity to my life. People create scenarios,
That's true.
lies because I moved on. So I think it's a form of control if a person coercing you. But if you're not coerced and it's something you want to actually do, I don't think you either way you go, you could be validating anything though.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Can I jump in just for a moment?
Yep.
Can you please explain the definition when you say organic, just for the people out there who may
Now I
be
understand
in
what organic means.
It means,
yeah. What do you mean
It
by
means
that?
to me, organic is original, natural, original. It's something that you like.
Okay.
Just happens.
Yeah, it just happens.
Okay.
Naturally.
Something that you
Yeah.
planned.
Yeah.
Or, well, yeah, not
That's
anything
that's
that
a
you
new
Right.
planned.
vernacular.
Like taking a
Okay.
pee.
Right. So either way it goes, if you're
Nice, I
gonna
gotta
do
pee.
something, usually when you
No,
do
it's not
something,
involuntary.
usually you're gonna do something. You're gonna do it because that's what you want to do. No matter if somebody tell you
Okay.
anything, they're not in control of your actions. That's what you want to do.
That's true.
Organic.
All right,
Okay.
Tori, on you. And see, you in a thruffle or whatever.
Thruffle.
So do
Can you
y'all
restate-
post y'all pictures?
Can you restate your question?
Okay. When in a relationship, posting your mate, is it controlling or is it you need validation?
I consider it validation in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're in a relationship, you just want people to know that like that's your relationship. Like you want it to be validated outside of the relationship to know that y'all are secure in a sense in that way. So so if so like with my partners, if I'm like as long as I've been with them, if I have not like posted them or anything in years or whatever case may be, then that could raise flags for concern.
Really?
In a sense, like
I don't know.
because look at it this way. If on my page, because people try to talk to me all the time, so like if people are on my page and they don't see like they just see me on there, like it's different if you got a business page. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your personal page, and they go on there, they just see you posted up, taking pictures, mirror pictures, you just living life, blah blah. You in a whole relationship, don't even know nobody, you know that they hollering at you, that type of thing. You just look single on your page. Then that raises flags for concern, especially if you're in a long-term relationship with somebody and it's not like y'all just got into the relationship. So for that, yeah, because I'm gonna feel some kind of way if my boyfriend, my girlfriend, or if they not posting me, then I'm be like, damn, did I do something? Like, whatever case may be, because we've been in this too long. And we already have, that connection and everything with each other. So it's not like we just now getting to know each other and we building up to that point of posting each other type of thing, whatever case may be. Because in a different perspective, if y'all just met each other, then it's like, okay, don't be like, oh, why you ain't post me yet? No, y'all got to work your way up today. I got to pass the little probation period. Make sure that y'all even, know what y'all want from each other and how y'all want to move forward type of thing. That's a little bit different. Because if you like, oh, well, you ain't post me, I need you to post me, and y'all still only like, 20 days in or something like that, then yeah, in that sense, it could be controlling. But if it's like on a relationship side, y'all been together type of thing, then that's for validation.
Let me ask you one question before we go around to those other people. It's basically two questions. One is, if I don't post you and you feel that way, is that a form of insecurity?
Yes.
So that means you're not secure within yourself, though. That has nothing to do with the relationship.
That's the one. It's always the woman.
Yeah. So the second one is me not posting you does not validate our relationship. Do it not? It validates to the world, but it don't validate between me and you. At the end of the day, you're in a relationship with me and you, not with the world, right?
You're right about that. It also depends too, because if y'all going out, y'all kicking it, and every time y'all see somebody in person and y'all like, yeah, this my girl, that type of thing, it ain't like you trying to hide it or you not acknowledging that, then maybe that person just don't be on social media like that. They don't care about that, the social media presence type of thing. Then I definitely can understand that. But if you look single on social media and then y'all in a relationship, but then when you go out type of thing, or you hang out with your friends or your buddies or whatever, and you ain't even acknowledging or saying that this your girl, then that's a whole different story. That is a problem right now.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. The last thing, though, and then we're gonna go around. If you're on my relationship status, but I never post a picture of you, because people put people on their relationship status, even if they friends or not, they might not be together. You're on my relationship status, and a person can see that we are in a relationship, and they still come and holler at me, how you're not validated?
So, do you mean, so it says that by relationship status, you saying that it says that you're in a relationship, or it says that you're in a relationship with da-da-da-da-da-da?
It doesn't
with
matter.
no
It says you're in a relationship. However you want to define the relationship is, it shows that you and your mate. If you and your mate on, even you say something funny.
I said, does it tag them, or does it just
Yeah,
say you're in a
that's what he
relationship?
said in the social media. You're tagged in social media, but they never post an actual physical photo of you. They can say you in a union, whatever y'all want to be funny as. I know. Yeah,
Okay,
you know
so in
going.
essence, if it tags that person, then that wouldn't matter, because I mean they could click on that and they can see the other person, thing. But if it doesn't tag them and it just says in a relationship, but it don't say with who, because I've had that problem before. I was in a relationship with somebody and they was fucking around. I knew they was fucking around. I asked about it and they was lying about it, and then out of nowhere they didn't want to come true about it. And they had in a relationship on their status. They did, and that could have been me or the other girl they was fucking with, because they was claiming them as their girlfriend too as well.
So then she then both y'all the girlfriends.
No, because when I asked about the bitch, the answer was no.
Different.
Wow.
When you was messing with somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you asked about the female.
Yeah.
But
sorry, my bad. But when I asked about it, I was just like,
trigger moment.
Yeah, she took it. She went back.
And that's enough on her, man. I want to see, man. Come on, I want
to
you.
tell you the truth though, that she technically saying you can't do that
break
without
it
a
down.
photo.
I know
Because
he
technically
got it.
validated.
Yeah, if you tag that person, then yes, that validates it. If it tags person, then yes, that's validated.
Yeah.
Hold on. The question is, when posting your mate online, is that controlling or is that a form of validation?
I believe it's more like controlling.
There you go, my nigga.
That's because I ain't doing
How do you validate somebody by posting them? Like,
Well, you're not a woman, so you know.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, I can't validate, because if I'm gonna do what I'm just saying, it make you feel secure, it make the other person feel secure, because it's a lot of people that don't want somebody that don't nobody want, because I'm able to do my thing. If you got somebody, I can come do what I gotta do, and you gotta go home. So I ain't gotta. So you saying just because if posting you make you want to cook and do all that, I might just post you if that make you feel good. So and that don't mean that nobody gonna hit me up.
Yeah.
That don't mean that. That don't mean somebody gonna.
I know you got an answer.
So that's just
Lord.
That don't validate. Like, that's more controlling, because I don't need nobody to post me to make me feel what you do for me. Like, I'm big on it. I'm big on how you make. I don't care about all the gimmicks, who you tell and all that. When I see you, how I feel at the crib, how I feel when I'm just riding, or if I'm just that social media don't make me in it, because. Say for it's me, like, I might get business just because somebody might think I'm single. So I don't want to knock your business. Somebody might come buying your food because they think it's a lane right there. So I'm not trying to mess up. Well, if you love me, you care that much about your money, then that's shit. You don't want to. I get a lot from that. Like,
I can respect that.
Me not putting nobody on my stuff, it really give me a lot. Like, man, they just want to see, like, dang, he got a lot going. Let me see if maybe if I get him to come cut my grass, like, I might make my move.
Yeah,
when I offer him something to eat, offer him some water, offer him you want to come in? It's cool in here. You want to come in for 5 minutes? They probably think, but versus if I got this up here, they like, nah, I might well call Tyrone to cut my grass.
So I had a question.
I want to go down that path.
I got a question. So if you deal with somebody and you're not validating, and so you did get in business and somebody is bad or whatever case may be, and they want you to cut their grass, and then they make they move with their water and their food, are you going in the house?
No, because that's why I say it's on me to do what I'm going to do. Like, I ain't going like, so it don't, you just trying to control me. I ain't validating.
Loyalty.
I'm not validating you. I'm not validating you by putting nobody. I ain't tripping on nobody putting me on my page. Because once you start posting people, stuff come out the woodwork. This girl from the 3rd grade gonna tell me I used to talk to him. Man, what did you bring that up for? Like, that's stupid.
Right.
I used to go with him. Now it's her cousin. I used to talk to her in the 6th grade. So now she like, used to talk to my cousin. Man, shut up. Like, I don't even remember that.
So you said no. That you don't have to be
more
validated.
control, and she want to find out. Like, a person want to find out. When they do that, they ain't crazy. Just like I said, they know it too. They want you to do it to see what all gonna come out.
I agree with you, though.
If you hit my cousin, it's gonna come out all this stuff. They trying to be nosy.
Yeah, I get you.
Controlling.
So,
Is it controlling or is it validation?
I think it can be elements of both and elements of neither. for me, I don't want to post nobody on my page. You'll see us walk down the aisle and you'll see us jump over the broom.
But you're not gonna post them.
No, for what? I don't need an okay from anybody. I'm good and grown.
Well, okay, even if to not validate the
She
other
trying to
person,
make y'all agree
would
her
you
narrative.
not
Would y'all just say okay so she
genuinely
can stop?
Would you not genuinely just want to post the person just for the hell of it for yourself?
I may do that, yes. That's why I said it could be elements of none.
Okay.
Remember?
Okay.
So that's not controlling or validation. That's just me celebrating the person. Now I would do that, but this concept, if you know, well, you don't know this, but you'll learn it. You should know, and you'll learn it too. I don't even post my kids unless it's
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a hell of a
unless
sound.
it's something going
That's a
on.
hell of a sound to come after that.
I don't even, I post my we talked about this, I think, on the first show that I was on about, I don't post my children. I don't post my personal business. Don't nobody really know where I work at. Don't nobody know for real what city I live in. I just put a city in Missouri. I put St. Louis. I'm very private about my business, and I keep things close to my sleeve. And because of that, and I'm not saying I wasn't like that before, posting and I was married.
I'm finna ask, like, I know you did it.
I was married and was would post my husband
that's
sometime
married,
when
so
we
yeah.
went out, I would post, not like every day I'm posting, or if he gave me gifts on Valentine's Day, I would post those things. But I think that was more to validate him, not me. I was just
validating you to let people know, look what he did for me.
I'm
He just over
celebrating-
knocking my boots.
I'm celebrating the fact that, I'm being honored,
That's what I just said.
and those kinds of
You
things.
just cracking.
If you're right.
Let her talk.
Huh?
I was saying let you talk.
So for me, I mean, I can see the control aspect of it because you need to be putting me out there because people need to know, because people gonna try you and they're gonna think they can slide in your inbox talking about, can you give me some training? Can you help me out at the gym? And next thing you know, they doing them crazy exercises you see with these women that aren't real exercises. But anyway, we won't go there. I digress with that one. Or it can be validation. Some people may need that constant reassurance that I'm putting you out there, but that still is idiotic to me because
Ooh, I should've clapped for you,
because
That was deep.
people
Yeah.
are gonna still
Hold on, it's too
come
late.
at you.
Hold on, let me go back to that.
You could be quote unquote the ugliest, quote unquote the fattest, quote unquote the skinniest,
Or the
quote
prettiest.
unquote the jacked up hair, the jacked up teeth, the whatever.
Right.
There's somebodies in the world that's gonna come at you. At the end of the day, it's not about who you attract, it's about how you respond to who you attract.
Ooh, I got a hell of a question. I got a hell of a question for her real quick.
Those girls got good coochie. They go.
Oh my god!
I got a question for you though. Could I post you today, and then tomorrow, do you still validate the next day? Because I can break up with you that same night.
Yes, because I don't need you to validate me.
No, I'm just saying that's to your narrative, right? The person need to be validated. Like, maybe that's more for you. Could I
Yeah, 'cause
post
she
you? Could
believes
I
in
post you
validation.
today?
I
What
post,
they have to do with tomorrow?
I post enough of myself and get hundreds
There you go.
of likes.
validation
So
is
I
for
don't.
you.
I certainly don't need
Right,
to be that
right. That
validated.
mean they don't change tomorrow though.
No.
Yeah,
It's
for
for
me,
them.
it ain't like you gotta do the post every single day, but it's just like the simple fact that you do it here and there type of thing, where it don't have to be every single freaking day. That's
Right.
But what if we
ridiculous.
break up that night? I mean,
That's for a psycho.
Then we just break up.
yeah, I mean the world though.
Do we have to?
I mean, and
why
at
we
that
gotta-
point, the
Right.
validation wouldn't matter.
Okay,
But
but who you validate? You validate the world, right?
Why
That's
we
what
gotta
you-
ask
that's what you
Facebook permission to break up? That's what
You
you're
got
saying,
a
pretty much.
psychopath because you want it to be known that if somebody talked to him, you like, you didn't know, Karen, you knew because he posted me. It ain't like you didn't
Well,
know
see,
he
the
had a
the whole point of
Like, she's a
validating
hoe.
something,
She knew he had a
the
woman.
whole thing of validating
Hey,
something, it's not
Marcus.
validating a relationship within the relationship because obviously when I say I'm with you, I'm
Hey,
with
Miss
you.
Carmen.
And when you have to
Hey,
validate
Brenda.
something, you want the world to
No,
know.
no, that's
So
Hey,
if we
Summer,
break
Summer.
up, the world could change their opinion in 2.5 seconds and still think you single the next day. That does not change the validation of tomorrow. That's what that's the point I'm saying right there.
yeah,
What
I
about you,
see
Panda?
that too.
Well, for me, I would say, I think people post for validation.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. And in some women, we got some folks that's a little lulu. They might be posting for control because they figure if they let everybody know you know, I'm with this person. It can be vice versa too, you know, but I'm with this person. I don't want nobody talking to them, so I'm gonna post everything we together. Me personally, I don't post that. I just don't. I don't post relationship status. I don't post who I'm with. It's not your business, okay? When you catch us out in the street, just know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I think, and one of my viewers also said that it's a validation too. You know, that's their opinion. But I know some people who say it is control. You know, they want to control that other person. They don't want nobody to feel like they should talk to that person. Or, you know, and that's horrible too, because you can't control no other adult. They all don't want to control themselves to be a better person for you, you know. So a lot of it, to me, when I see certain stuff like posted, it's almost, I'll be like, oh, they're a little psychotic with it, you know. But I mean, I like to see vacationing, or, you know, you all having a good time with your spouse or the person you're with. But some people be going overboard. It's like everything you doing, you posting. I'm with this person, I'm with that person, you tagging this person. You doing it. I mean, I believe it's just for validation.
I can understand. I just still feel like it's insecurity when it comes.
It could
to
be when it hits a certain level. It is definitely insecurity.
Yeah, especially if it touches a soft spot too.
When it hits a certain level, you're insecure. You have to continue to keep on, and it don't mean nothing, because the person that you could be posting could still be in the DMs and having sex with everybody who's on social media.
You're never gonna be validated no matter what. You're not. That's not gonna validate you every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
That wasn't a cutoff. That was a.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I agree
But
with
I
that,
mean,
so I
I
just
think
want to know
it's-
that. What about you, Doc? I feel like, can you ask him the
They're
question
not
that we
mutually exclusive. I think it's a little bit of both. You know.
And why is that?
Well, I never did it one way or the other.
Yeah.
I grew up
like
in the era we didn't have cell phones or anything, so we just,
I was gonna get on that too.
yeah, and so you learn to have dialogue with people and everything. So now it's a whole different set,
Right.
you know, whole different thing.
It's-
And so when
People
I'm on
wanna text.
Facebook, basically, I'm seeing relatives like we had a family reunion about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was able to see people I hadn't seen in years.
Yeah.
And basically, when I look at social media, that's what I'm looking for, friends and everything. Yeah. So I don't never go
keep
on
up with
there,
family.
and I never mention who I'm dating on there or anything like that, because I just think that's a private thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
So like, to speak on that though, back in them days, a lot of those women never say I need to be validated because you didn't take a photo with me. They would go to the church with you, and people instantly would think that's your mate. They would go to a family function, and person would instantly think that's your mate. They never say I'm not validated because man, you didn't take a photo with me. So that's kind of a question I have right there. What do you think about that, Tori? Never mind.
Spit that out one more time.
Back in them days, in his
Man,
era,
she 23.
Oh, okay,
Stop
you're
it,
right.
man. She don't
Well,
know
what did you
Let's
say,
just say the time before modern media platforms.
You mean modern women, not modern media.
Because they still took photos back in them days. though.
Because
That's what it is.
Grandma didn't really care.
we
That's what I'm saying. This is
didn't-
modern
As
women.
long as houses took her, grandma
They don't give a fuck about no
Right.
damn pictures.
and we didn't
Right.
spend
cracking you.
Yeah.
He had two different families. I'll go
We didn't spend time
Two different families.
dialogue. We dealt with people
Take her to home.
empirically, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't this remoteness, man. Like these
Yeah.
kids now, they all on the phone and this
Yeah.
and that. You get your feelings hurt on
Right.
on Facebook,
Right.
and
They
they'll cry and
texting.
fall apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, had that
The
type
whole
of stuff
thing is
because you were
texting,
dealing
no
face to
conversation.
face
Yeah.
with your drama.
What about you, G?
Was she?
The
she
drama was
Instagram
always-
me.
Well,
Sure, G.
No question.
I want to hear your answer.
consider. I'm pretty sure you've been this. When you that guy,
Yep.
women always want to post you. So it's a sense of validation. They insecure. They feel that they post you
Yep.
on their line. Other chicks gonna either inbox her and say I know that dude, or they gonna let other chicks know you got somebody because they probably was told they can't get nobody made. They fat, ugly, stupid, whatever.
Right.
So
Stop using
you are
fat in that,
validating
though.
everything that they can have a problem with their body. But
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
anytime that
Yeah.
I had posted a chick on my wall, it always backfired. So I'm not posting my woman till I get married. I posted a chick on my wall before. I had 2 dudes in inbox said they knocked off before, and I learned my lesson from that.
Piggyback on what you saying. The
Hey,
only
so
person
they
you
knocked
should
her off.
Knocked off. I was
validate-
like,
Oh,
no,
man.
I'm not posting that no more, huh?
I said the piggyback off you said the only person the only mate that you should really validate
Is your marriage.
is your marriage.
Now, see, the catch
Everybody
is, now,
else
hold on,
is
Joe.
temporary, like
Now, this is my
express
thing, though. I'm a post my woman when I get married, but once I post it, I'm getting on Facebook because I
Yeah.
feel you should focus
On
on
life.
your wedding.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, your wife
Yeah. Your
marriage.
instead of like
Keep
what
up the
single
Joneses.
people are saying. Because I see a lot of single people arguing with people that's married.
Yes, that's
Made me
deep.
wonder now. How happy are you at home
shoot
now?
the messenger.
You going back and forth? This nigga, he ain't got nobody. You got somebody to go home to. But it's insecurity though, because it's like you need somebody to say, yeah, y'all
Right.
look good. Because
Right.
the minute somebody say y'all look ugly, you gonna get mad at them,
Right.
and people in the comments gonna get mad at them.
Right.
So you need to be watch what you say.
what she got
I'm
on?
the one that laugh at what y'all look like,
Yeah.
and people hate me.
look at
But
what
y'all
she
see
got
what
on.
I see. If it's ugly kids, it's ugly grown-ups.
They talking about her edges and her laces.
Yeah, or he dusty or he's short, she tall, whatever it is.
Oh, you know,
so-
you know how they say y'all make a good couple.
Right. Right. But yeah, it's made, I know some dudes did it. I know a girl told me a dude wanted her to post him so bad. But that's like a low percentage, like that 10% shit you talking about. It's a lot of cats that if you're a real one, you ain't trying to get your face. It ain't even you ain't cheating or not. It's just everybody.
I
This
don't
what y'all
like
got
it.
going on though.
I feel like you should still reserve some privacy
Yeah, it
in
should
your
always
life.
be, but some
Everybody
people go
be
too far.
everywhere you going. I'm going.
Right,
over
they be
here.
like, we
I'm
stop
doing
at Dairy
this. I'm
Queen,
doing
y'all.
that. Like,
Now
that's
we at
crazy.
Quick Trip, y'all. We finna stop at Walmart.
God.
Walmart trip, we on our way to Target.
That
we
is
home.
crazy.
Up the
Right,
robbers
you
to
done told
come.
everybody where y'all at. Who cares?
Hey, I got a hell
Yep.
of a question that's gonna fuck you up.
What's up?
So it's a hell of a
Language.
question. I'm sorry. I got a hell of a question that's gonna mess you up. Bleep, bleep. So with this question right here, if you in a work field, do you validate your girlfriend in the work field?
Which means tell people you got
Like,
a
do
woman.
you tell anybody about it? Does she feel validated in the work field that you told your boss that you in a relationship?
You asking him specifically? Or
I'm just
going
asking
around the
everybody.
table? Okay.
I'm
Do
gonna
that-
say,
do you have to
I'm
be
gonna
validated?
say no, cause everybody this, cause I live in reality, bro. Like you said, like you start a job, you've been there 5 years, and you finally found somebody good, and you tell everybody you got somebody, y'all break up. People gonna ask, oh, what happened? Now you gotta explain the good and the bad now. So it's best
Right.
just shut the fuck up
It's a-
and
right.
just enjoy your
Goddamn.
relationship. Now if your mate pull up and bring you something
Right.
to eat, you say, yeah, that's my
So-
girl, and she pull off. But just to walk and work like this, we was at Skate King this
Yeah.
night, then this day went to the zoo. Yeah, they don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Right? They don't give a damn.
But the work
I'm just
field,
saying.
the work field is more your reality because you
But
gotta spend more
those,
time.
but
at
those
the
are the
work field.
women that get with a beta male that's cool with that. Cause the real alpha omega dude ain't finna let no woman posterize him like that her job, cause you know how chicks get down.
Yeah.
And if a dude's smart, if your chick need that much validation, that ain't the one for you. Your wife is not gonna do that.
Okay, cool. So I want to open up. The floor right now to like any one of y'all that might have a question that y'all want to bring to the table. Start with you, Pam. You got any question you want to bring to the table?
Not really, but I did want to touch on that the Montgomery whippings that had happened with the church. So is everybody is that the Montgomery brawl?
Chairs
slaves
folks.
off, and it was black people beating that white man.
Yeah, so, like-
I only saw a picture.
Well, it went down, you know what I'm saying? In that situation with the guy though, to me it was weird because like what made because I didn't see that it was even that physical going on the initiation part of it. But what made this person that comfortable to actually put their hands on another person who was at work?
Can I
You know,
answer
just
that
doing their job.
Can I
What made
please
you feel
answer
like
that
it was okay to do that?
So the white man was working there.
No,
No, the black
the
man
guy was
was.
actually working the docks
So
where they're
the
coming
white
in
man
and out.
came up to
Yeah, so they got into it after
and
the
then
man
he
asked
hit
him not
with
to
the
park
truck.
there. Yep, he asked him,
Okay.
please, don't park over there. And he
So-
parked there anyway. And so he just basically pushed their boat down. So and I get it that it got heated, you know what I'm saying? Just to take the color, since, out of the situation. But like, what made one man feel that it was okay to just absolutely put his hands on another man while he was at work doing his job? You know what I'm saying? Just
Well,
to
I
take
got
the color
something to
out
say,
of
But
it.
go ahead.
You
Can
know.
I please answer that?
You let her go first.
So, this is not going to be a popular opinion, but I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So, we all know that there has been racism since before time.
In the South.
right? It's right here too.
I mean, but the
experience
South- everywhere.
I experience it almost every
The
day.
South where they sold slaves, so that's
Well,
like real big. down there.
Well, yeah, but it's everywhere. But yes, it is. It is primarily in the South.
And them
But I
sundown
think,
towns.
I think that unfortunately, not to bring up politics, but I guess I have bring up politics. Trump, I think, gave people some type of, especially Caucasian people, some kind of like we here now, we've arrived, and the level now is different. I think they're empowered.
Yep.
Caucasian people are empowered. They are more emboldened to do things. I experience it every single day. So I know for a fact that it's active in my life. It's active in my children's lives as black men. So I think that's why. I think that's what.
So you
made-
feel he just felt like in that situation he was an entitled man to hit another worker while they're at work
absolutely
doing their job.
Can I
you know
interject you?
what I
What you
think.
mean?
Hold on one second. Let
Okay.
me just finish this last thought. I think what happened is, oh nigga, you can't. Excuse my language, y'all, but that's what it. Well, that's probably what he was thinking. I can't say that for sure, but boy,
Actually.
let me take it back, boy.
Actually,
I told you that I wasn't moving my stuff. Who told you to get on with your black self to get on my boat and move my vehicle? Then it started with the back and forth and the this and that. And then
he just hit him.
his
Can I interject?
He hit him. Hold on one second.
A
He
fact-
hit him. He hit him and then threw up the hat, and that was the signal. That was the bat signal. I need help. But I think the impetus for that was, you can't tell me what to do. And I don't know this for sure, but my gut feeling tells me that it was more so because he was black. I think he would have reacted the same way because it was his stuff and somebody moved his stuff. But I think because it was a black man that did that, I think that's the reason it got that heated. And then
Let me
a bunch
interject.
of you decided to jump on him.
Okay. First of all, there were some later reports because there were some people who actually recorded the audio of what took place. And when the black man started to tell them to move, you remember when you saw the video how that white man came down and just pushed him in his face. Okay, one of them had said, "Don't listen to nothing this nigger's got to say."
See?
That's the latest thing that had come out. Because I know when you were saying, "I wonder, da da da," that's what happened. That's what.
That's why
And
they-
then they just
See?
all of a sudden. But this is not new because I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna take it
That's
from
what
a
I was
different
saying.
context. Y'all don't remember? Recently, they just repealed affirmative action. Now,
Yes.
a lot of people don't realize how deep that really is because
What's that for?
affirmative action can be, okay, let me just give you some context. Back in the 60s when I grew up in segregation. When I would go down to Charleston, the first thing I told when I went down south to spend summer, there was a railroad track next to the church they used to go to. I was told, do not cross this railroad track and go over that side of town because that's where white folks live. It's in the 50s.
Now,
Okay.
you talking about down near Sykeston
In Charleston, the town just south of
in Missouri?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so back in that time, to see the difference between segregation, growing up in segregation, and when they changed society, affirmative action, okay, the college I went to, they didn't accept black folks until after they signed the 63, 64 civil rights legislation. A lot of colleges didn't even let you in, even if you had the credentials.
That's deep.
So now, all of a sudden, with affirmative action, you got the establishment and the creation of a new black middle class because they started letting blacks come in these corporations, get titles they never had before, getting the professional schools they were never going to get in prior to that. You see what I'm saying? That was an important legislation. Now, what backed it up was, at first, white society said, no, we're not going to give in to this. This ain't nothing but legislation. But I'm going to tell you what stopped it all. In 1968, when they killed Martin Luther King, there was riots in over 100 cities. I was a kid and we came home. I never forget, they let us out early teacher came in and said a famous man. She was crying because they got on the PA system about 1:30, and they told everybody we want all of the teachers to report to the assembly hall, emergency meeting. So she told all of us in class, hey, look, y'all just be cool. I'll be back. When she came back, she was crying. And it's like, we were like, damn, what was going on? We thinking. So then that's when she got up and gave the announcement. There was a very famous man that just got killed. His name is Dr. Martin Luther King. I'll never forget this. And she just sobbed. We didn't understand the deep political implications. They told us, and this was in Chicago, say, okay, y'all to go home. We're going to dismiss all the classes. So all of these kids were just led onto the streets. And about an hour later, I started seeing riots everywhere. I mean, blacks were attacking whites. It's always been whites attacking blacks. This time, they were whooping white folks on the street, bus stops. They were pulling whites out of the cars on the expressway. That's why you got those big old fences over the expressways to stop people from throwing things onto the automobiles. It was absolute. It was weird. Before the week's end, they had tanks. They had tanks, Apache helicopters flying over your roof. Never seen this in American society. That is when they actually came out and start establishing and enforcing it. Then they said, we're going to establish affirmative action as the law of the land. You got to let them in. Because we was about to go to a race war in 68. After the riots, the whites had all armed up and say, well, it's time to go ahead and kill them. It's time to go for all-out war. We almost were there.
Wow.
So the government said, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to change the whole dynamic. So now, 50 years later, they done abolished affirmative action. What signal do you think that sent to white society?
They're going to fight.
Guess who's back?
Yeah, right, exactly. Now think about the coincidence. We got Barbie now, then reemerged to reaffirm white beauty. Are y'all looking at all these symbols that society is throwing at us?
Can I add something to that? What you was talking about?
Yes, sir.
When it comes to that brawl, or the fight, whatever, I think more white people more willing to do that because they see how we treat each other, though.
Exactly.
We don't respect each other.
Exactly.
So me run up on a dude or call him a nigga, whatever. That it had. Now, I know you said something with Trump, but you moved Trump out the way when he was doing Shark Tank, what the fuck he was doing. That shit been going on for a while. Like, white people real comfortable saying nigga no matter where they at for real. And then us,
they've been doing it for centuries.
We hate each other so much. We so divided. Like, Hitler did shit like they make sure y'all divided so I can take over something. So we so divided. It's so easy to take over each other right now. So you already got the women against the men against the women. They go at the women first. That's why they make lashes so cheap and hair so cheap and make these posts about dudes ain't shit, songs about shit, books about dudes, all this other shit. So now that you got them over here, now what? Who gonna help who now? So the shit is really kind of smart if you think about what they doing. But I don't really believe that it's. I know you said Trump. I disagree the Trump thing. I think what Trump it is that if I see Mexicans act like we would, I probably would treat them away. If I saw white people act like I treat them that way, I wouldn't care because y'all don't care. But if y'all stick together, you don't see white people doing Mexicans like that. You really don't. Or Chinese people or any other race. They come after us, dog. That's the reason.
There was a thing that happened. One last point. There was another movement in which blacks were attacked wholesale. In 1914, they came out with a movie by a guy named D.W. Griffith called Birth of a Nation. And I don't know if y'all heard about this, but it was talking about how blacks had taken over. And they had people in blackface and showing them sitting up in the White House eating chicken and watermelon and had white women around them. White people left the theaters after watching this movie. They killed a bunch of people around the country. A lot of blacks were just attacked.
Yeah, that whole situation to me was just wild. Cause
I got you.
just from man to man, what made you think it was okay to punch a person?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
My thing is racism. Older people, they be stuck in their ways. So when they have children, they teach their children pretty much what they already know. So then it just goes to generational because when older people, they're stuck in their ways and they were older and they were oppressing black people or they had something against black people for whatever reason that their parents taught them that was okay. Then when they have kids, they teach them that that's okay too. So then that's where the problem comes from, where it's just passing down generations of racism and just hating on black people for the color of our skin type of thing. So, one, I'm glad that you had got to speak on it, because I got to get a little bit more details on what actually went on as far as the situation, because I was trying to figure out, okay, who did what had happened, but the white man had went to the black dude and went in his face, pushed him, and shit, and
Yeah.
sorry, stuff like
That's
that.
what started when they told him, hey,
Yeah,
don't listen to
so-
nothing this nigga got to say.
Yeah, so I feel like because of how he was raised, or depending on how old he was, because of that's what he's used to, you know, he just thought that was fine, like, because that's what he was used to, like, you know, like, why this N-word, you know, blah, 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 whatever case may be. But at the same time, it's like, if he was working and that's his job,
Right.
he had no right to decide, okay, this is the moment that I want to, you know, do what I was taught, what I feel is right at the moment, you know, because, you know, this N-word just, you know, moved my stuff or whatever case may be, and now I feel some kind of way about it. And he was just doing his job. So at that point, it's just like, yeah, it's generational thing. Because even me personally, like, I've had small instances, whatever, but ain't nobody blatantly in my face was just being, like, racist to me, per se. Now, I know one time I was trunk or treating with my mom, and this was at least 5, 6, 7 years ago. I don't know. But I was trunk or treating with my mom, and she's married to him now. This was her best friend. So we went to his kids' school, and they go to a white school. So, like, they pretty much the only black kids out there at that school, but they get that good education and everything. That's where he wanted to send them. And it's my stepdad now. So we're there trunk or treating, and then my mom was trying to compliment this little boy for his he had a skeleton costume on. He was like, Auntie, look, that, you know, that's, you know, look at that outfit, blah, blah, blah. And he just looked and stared and had this look on his face, and he ran away like she did something to him. And it's just, he young, 9, maybe 10 or something like that, I don't know, middle school, whatever the case may be. And this is well past the time of slavery and everything, and this is because his parents and his grandparents and all of them passed down whatever they knew to be whatever the hell, I don't know how they be teaching these kids. But regardless of the fact, that wouldn't have been the case hadn't it been the people that was raising them that was stuck in their ways, passing that down to their kids and stuff, because now that's what they feel is right, and they're stuck in that, and can't nobody really tell them that they're wrong in a sense like that. Like, you can't, it's hard to unlearn that in a
That's
sense.
what's up. So what's the last question? Because I know we're almost out of time now, so.
Oh, you want me to ask?
Yeah.
What's the last question?
You make it quick, or you want me to do it?
You can do it.
Okay, how important is body count? Scale 1 to 10.
We gonna be doing the question, man.
I mean, how, on scale 1 to 10, how many men or women been with? How important is to you on the scale 1 to 10?
1, really.
Oh, okay.
It's
body
not
count for a
important.
dude, does
It
it?
ain't that important.
So what scale 1 to 10?
0.
Nina, how important is it about how many women a guy been with? Scale 1 to 10.
0.
Shoe.
Well, I have look at but last night
Chu said 7, y'all.
7, because I'm not trying. I'm just saying, depending if we talking about a relationship, because I'm not trying to walk nowhere in with you and everybody in the business. Like, I fucked it's like that. Well, I ain't with that. So like a 7, you don't have to really be paying or paying something for me to overlook your body count. You just slept with half the city, and I'm
So Joe, on a scale 1 to 10, how important is body count with a female with you, man? On scale 1 to 10.
If I was younger, like in my 21 and down, I would say it would have been everything. I say nowadays, by me being 30 now, I think it don't really matter.
He's
I think
30. He's 30.
Yeah, I think it don't matter, man. Because it don't change.
Let him finish. Let him
It don't
finish,
change it don't change the characteristics of a person because you have a high body count. That don't mean nothing because that's the case. When you sin and you get to repent, do you always become that sinner?
Nope.
So that doesn't change who you are as a person. You should be able to change with every new adventure that you go down. That's true. That's true, bro.
Was that it for our
Yeah,
interview?
you can do it.
Okay, it's a 10 for me, bro.
Okay.
And reason 10 for me is because when you have sex with a lot of people, you take on their energy. When a man conquers a woman, that's why he say, whose is it? So you remember, she's bringing whatever
Not
he
yours.
had to that relationship with her. So if he was like beating on her and they had sex, if he was like cheating on her, whatever, that's why these women hear the word cheat and feel some way. So if every dude they date didn't cheat on them, guess what they would do? I don't care about cheating. But since every nigga played them out, you see what I'm saying? So I don't know about that, Joe. They bring that energy to you. So then another thing, the reason they be hepped up about penis size because they took so many. So think if the first dude had the size of a key ring and he had sex with it, and the second dude size of his finger, would she really know what a big dick is now? But since she has so many, that's why her scale is so high. So I had to push back on that, bro.
No,
They bring that to the
You
relationship.
can't really use that because I'm gonna tell you one reason why. If you're looking at form of conquering, to me, conquering means to overtake something. So when you overtake something, that means it's already somebody had it before you, though.
Yeah.
That's what conquering means.
Yeah.
So either way it go, if you conquering something, it's always gonna be a before and a after. That's just kind of like what it is, though. So even with the whole body count thing, if she only took this is the best way to put it right here. And I'm gonna mess you up when I said this. If a woman has sex with 5 different men versus a woman that has sex with one different guy 50 times, who have more mileage on them?
Depends on the size of the penis.
No, it don't. Who
Yes,
has
it does.
more mileage?
It totally is
If
a
she
thing.
only had sex
Totally
5 times, it's just like a car dealership. If you drove the
Why
car,
would you use
if you drove the
mileage
car,
as
Don't
an
use a car. My
indicator,
bad,
like
I use a
she's
car.
a
If I got a car
mechanical
right here and I go
device.
to the store, if I go to the gas station, I'm swing 5 times, and then this woman
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't
get what I'm
matter.
saying.
though. Miles is miles. You know it right.
Dog.
Mileage is mileage.
Dog, that's why I said depends on size.
You said,
Well, hold
you
on.
said, when you say experience,
Hold on.
you said mileage.
Hold
Mileage
on.
is
One at a
mileage.
Hold
time,
on.
please.
So my answer would be
Balance.
depends on the size. That's my answer.
It doesn't matter. She had three different penis. She can judge between 3 different penis. That don't make her a
And
high
she
body
brings
count.
that to you. That's what
It
I'm
doesn't matter.
saying.
You can have that. That's the same with a man. The more it's anything you do in life. The more repetition you have with something,
You get better.
the more and more knowledge you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So that means if she only had 3, that means she had one more than she used to have.
Time out, Joe.
Right.
Why do women have the problem with the word body count? You know why? Because they know they shouldn't have so many.
Most women don't though.
Shit.
Women.
Oh my
don't.
God.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
Put on your
wait.
wall. Say, I mean, niggas you been with. Watch what they
The
say.
attitude is
It is to the
Thank
women.
you.
It is to the women.
Thank you.
Okay, so y'all saying body count.
Matters.
You
Just
to
like
a man,
what the dude
you know what
money
I'm
makes
saying?
matters.
To a man,
It's called a preference.
body
Oh,
count,
yes, sir.
and I'm not gonna say body count don't matter to a woman, but we don't look at a man and be like, oh, he done had this and then and that. You know, you need to check that. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
But-
let's talk. Let's talk.
Nah, I'm not gonna say I like a man that done cracked everything. You know what I'm saying? Cause don't nobody want it. You know, but the thing is, I don't believe like body count for me. It doesn't matter. To answer your question, like, okay, he's saying body count. Like, is it one woman done had sex with one man 50 different times? Well, it can't be judged. The one who society would say has more mileage is the one who's had sex with different
You
guys.
get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, because she's only had sex with that one man, so he values her. She's only had sex with just him 50 million times. It don't matter because that's his. You know what I'm saying? She ain't going around passing it out like pancakes to everybody.
But her, if you're looking at
You know.
cervix, if she only had sex 3 times and she had sex 50 times, that means her cervix will be different. If the man
No.
That's why I said
Women,
size, bro.
women have don't let me
No,
get
I'm
hold
I'm
on.
speaking-
He's talking to a nurse now.
Hey, man,
But hold
I'll
on.
explain to you when she get done. She finna say some
Hold on.
bullshit, but I got you.
I'm not saying
So,
medically.
I'm an LP.
not
I'm
saying
going for that
medically.
RN.
I'm talking about how a man would think of it.
She not a man.
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying. How the
but
man
I
think
get
of
that.
it.
However, a woman has whole babies out of there.
Yeah.
8,
Not
9,
every
10
night.
pound babies
Not
out of
every
there.
night.
You know what I'm saying? So her body will definitely go back.
Don't
Okay.
matter, not
The
every
cervix
night.
is just
Until
that.
y'all put
the
y'all dick in a woman, y'all
cervix.
can't answer that
Yeah, I
question.
agree with
Okay.
you, but I'm saying to a man knowledge.
To a man, he may. I mean,
Plus, there's a-
I don't have a penis. You know, hold on, no, I don't have a penis, so I don't know what the cervix feels like to the tip of a man's penis. I don't know what the inside walls feel. I heard dudes say her walls ain't none. You know, it ain't none. It's paper thin. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have penis to go up in there. But I mean, I get it. If it's different sizes and it's worn out because it is a muscle, if it's worn out, you know what I'm saying, then you would know, like, damn, she done had a whole lot of, up in here, you know what I'm saying, I guess. But as a woman, how can a woman actually tell other than what, droopy sack or something like
can't
that,
tell.
or kickstart penis if he done had
Well, let me
sex
stop
with,
you. Only way a
with
woman
several
can know a dude
men?
had a lot of chicks because he got a lot of kids. Other than that, you really wouldn't know.
I beg to
That's just
differ.
like what you
Like
know,
we talked about, man. We had that
Joe can
conversation
say
about
Joe
a
got
kickstart
one
penis.
daughter. If he say you ain't been 3 women, you gotta believe it. But when a dude got a gang of kids, you know he done fucked a lot of bitches.
I mean,
That's
if
what
he
it is.
does have a lot of women, he has,
Yeah,
but
that's just what
his
it is.
body could be,
I want to
you know.
help Van out real quick, Van. You know that some dudes are well endowed, like dudes on porn. So say the dude dick is like 10 inches size of a soda can, and she been
Praise
fucking
him.
him for like 5 years. What you think gonna do to that thing?
If she ain't taking the, if she ain't doing
Talking
it, it's
like-
a special
talking-
exercise.
Talk to Mike. Come on, son.
It's a special exercise, some stuff they can use to keep that vagina nice.
Now
and
that's
tight.
one guy.
Okay.
Now that's one. Now what if every guy was like that? Come on now, give it to me. Come on.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
515-599-1687. That thing tight. If I'm
Hey.
lying, tell me on call. Say I'm lying. Right
I
now.
used to tell the women about that, keeping that coochie nice and tight.
Exactly. And she didn't hear you. She still went and did something with it. They was freaks back in the 60s, just like they is now. Ain't nothing changed but the weather.
But they also
Yeah, especially when you're doing it in the
Well, modern
Things
women
to
are
do. If you're doing
worse
it
than
in
they were back then.
episiotomy.
Modern women are
You know.
horrible.
Tripping off the mouth for how the coochie feel. I'm not going nowhere. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want that everywhere because men more.
Status. It's about status, yeah.
You see them, you out eating and stuff.
I
You
know
go
that
to the
bitch,
bar,
dog.
You go like, well, we at Gavin,
Yep.
we out, we somewhere. He'll leave his gear to walk over there and just make a gesture. You'll be like, they're my cousin. Bitch, I ain't your cousin. You'll be like, man, people, when you didn't crack head, like, nah, I'm just saying, like, for it ain't really tripping off them, like, nigga, tap that mug, because
I mean, everybody. I mean, people gonna
But
get
it's
stroked,
just, I ain't
but
finna keep, like, nah, everywhere we go, it's somebody. Everywhere we go, somebody done cracked you. Man, I ain't finna keep putting up with this.
it to me it's always gonna be the energy that she brings for being knocked down a million times though. Because a dude would be like that. If a dude knocked down a gang of chicks, I'm gonna use your method now. If he knocked down 5 chicks, but he was with his wife for so many years, them 5 chicks gonna teach him shit his wife couldn't teach him though. Unless she had experience though.
Yeah.
So you gotta think, two virgins getting together, get married for 5 years, didn't work out, then he hit the streets.
They don't
He's
change
gonna
his
learn
experience.
more from the 5 chicks that been out in the streets than your wife because she ain't did
Don't
nothing.
change your
people
experience.
prefer.
Her experience does not change your experience.
No,
So,
it doesn't. But I'm
yeah.
saying the energy in the room, because now that he done experienced that with threesomes and all type make shit squirt, he gonna think I can make every chick do that.
Yeah, but
I
you
can make every
you
chick
don't
do
take
that.
on
But
people-
if your wife never
yeah.
did, you gonna think I can't do it. You know what I'm
to
saying?
me, I'm looking at it like more of a number thing. To me, in my eyes, and I'm gonna just be honest. If you're talking about mileage on it, because mileage and experience is 2 different things. When I say you have sex with one man,
Body count and mileage is 2 different things.
Let him finish shoot, man.
Right, I'm trying to see where you going because
Let him
I'm
finish,
I'm
bro.
on
Let him
Jody. I'm
finish.
trying to see what.
Yeah. So when I say mileage and I say experience, that's 2 different things. You going off a body count is more of experience. You're not looking at mileage. Because like if you're looking at mileage, if the woman has sex with one different man 50 times versus the woman having sex with 5 different men 1 time, their vagina, if you're looking at the mileage, just like a car, it's going to have more mileage on that one vagina. Now, however you try to look at it, it's the truth. It's the
Can you repeat
truth.
what you said, Joe?
If a woman has sex 50 times, 1 time with 50 times with one man versus having sex 1 time with 5 different men, she's going to have more mileage because she only has sex
With
5
one
times.
guy?
No, she only have sex 1 time.
Where's her odometer located?
Hold on,
You
what
talking about
said?
her mileage?
Yeah, come on, man.
You're like overheating.
It's
He tried to finish, but y'all won't let him finish.
They don't never let me talk.
Let him
Yeah,
finish
me
talking,
talk,
man.
bro.
Let
Go
him
ahead.
finish.
Go
That's
ahead.
how it's a
Go
good
ahead.
thing. Let me see it and y'all will see it. If you only have sex 5 times, how can you say a person who has? Because the last time I checked, 5 is less than 50. Is it not?
It's all about size.
They don't make it.
It's all about size.
I
It's the truth, though.
I'm saying, what
But if all he had is just that one
I don't
man.
understand the
What if
point
them
you're
fa-
trying to
listen,
make
can I
with
ask
this
you
here.
Can I ask this? So what if that
It's
one
a-
guy?
it's a-
What if that one guy that you had sex with 50 times lasted 3 minutes each time, but these 5 niggas lasted an hour?
It doesn't matter. It's still you only have sex 5 times. You
We
understand?
talking about what was the mileage then?
The mileage is you have. Y'all don't even looking at the
Body
numbers.
count and mileage.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No,
It matters.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but for me, the mileage shouldn't even matter. That's like if a woman.
No, essence so they can understand. 'cause they
No,
don't
mean,
understand.
no,
if-
no.
what do you mean?
She's a woman.
If-
No, she
In
said
that
to her amount,
case,
she don't
10,000 a year shouldn't matter then, right?
If you
10,000
are
a year don't matter
one
for men to
woman,
make. Yeah, okay.
if you are
Continue
one
on,
woman
Joe.
having sex with one man, and you and that one man continue to have sex, you can have sex with your mate 3-4 times a day, for real, 7 days a week.
That's mileage.
But
It is mileage.
it's not mileage.
I want Joe to finish this right here. I want you to lock in on me.
I
Joe,
want some
That is not
this is what
Volkswagen
I'm
mileage.
telling.
Hold on.
Steady driving.
Listen to what I'm telling you. You cannot have this discussion with women because they don't look at it like that. So it's a waste of
But you
time.
was promise nobody looking at it like that because
No, I heard what I feel what you
but
saying.
you said
I
the
feel what you
size. You
saying.
changed your narrative
No,
to size,
I
though.
agree what you saying,
Yeah.
but when you add size to it, it changes what you saying.
No, it
Because
don't.
if your husband home got an average size penis, but you smash 5 cats that's well
It
endowed.
doesn't change.
Well, why don't we
changes
ask
shit.
these ladies what do they think
Yeah,
about
it
the size of the
changes.
penis?
It
Because
changes.
we're making some presumptions that about the size, and we ain't even asking these ladies how they feel about
It
it.
doesn't change anything because
can't
the reason
ask
why it doesn't
Why
change
not?
anything.
They
if you
know
don't-
what a penis feel like.
No, but they don't have one. They don't know what it feels like
But
to have
Greg,
one, though.
the thing,
They
reason
know
why-
what it's like to have one.
But
I'm
I know
sure.
they've been knocked down before. Look at
But
them.
look
what
at
I'm
her,
saying
how
is that-
slim she is.
Now, what I know that she's slim, so I know she been But what I'm saying is that it's like a gay girl don't know what it feel like
Greg-
to have vagina.
But
We know
Greg-
what it feel like to
Greg,
go inside her. So no, you don't know unless you one of us. No matter what you use, no matter what you do.
but Greg, at the end of the day, like
okay.
no matter if she only has sex one time with 5 different guys, if you talking about actual knowledge, she's getting more experience. Even no matter if you trying to say because she ain't got different experience with other men, she still the more she's having sex. So she's having sex 50 times with one person. That means she's gradually getting better. Anything in life, the more you do. Anything in life,
I get what
you
you're saying.
get you. Anything in life, the more you do something, you're naturally gonna do what?
She could just be a hoster, man.
Oh,
Come
here you
on,
go,
man.
bro. Everybody trying to
Damn.
make a
Thank you,
caveat.
man.
with
I was
everything.
just finna. What y'all? Hold on. Let's
Damn.
hold on. Let's use your
Damn.
knowledge. Let's just say you right, and she had sex with her husband 50 times. Hold on, Joe. No, I want to get your attention, Joe. Joe, 50 times with her husband. Okay, say he bad at it.
It doesn't
So
matter.
what experience
It
did she
doesn't matter.
experience
It
in?
doesn't change her experience. It don't matter how bad
It
he
was
is.
bad.
It doesn't matter. The more because when you penetrate a woman, at the first time you penetrate a woman,
Mm-hmm.
every woman could probably speak to this. It hurts right off the bat. She's gonna instantly say no, it's not. The more and more you start,
Size.
listen. The more and more you penetrating her, the more and more she's starting to get comfortable with sex. That's the mileage.
With
It
sex.
doesn't.
But you said experience though.
No, I didn't. You
Yes,
said
you
that.
did.
I
No,
ever
did he say experience? Say she,
No, I
you
didn't.
said the more she can,
No, I
said the more
didn't.
experience she
No, I
get.
didn't.
I
You
said
said that,
No,
bro.
listen. I
Yes, you did.
originally, no,
Talking
I
about
originally
mileage.
said, you said body count is experience. I said no, it's not.
No, I'm talking what you just
I
said a
said
second
no.
ago.
Listen, what I said.
said
I
the
said
more
the
people
more
she
she
have
have
sex,
sex
the more
is the
experience
experience.
she get.
That's what I'm saying. You said a body count. You fixated of saying different penis sizes would cause her experience. I never said
Man.
that. I said she can have
She's
sex.
getting
with
experience,
different
period.
Depending on
Miles.
the
She's
size.
getting
They
experience,
fixate-
period.
Maybe you can understand, because you start to catch on.
She's getting experience, period. Even though she's having
If
sex
it's
with
bad,
one man. I mean, it doesn't matter if the sex is good, bad, small,
Are they
pee-wee,
looking at
micro,
this here?
horse.
So you
I'm
tell
just
me
saying.
if a
What's the
woman married
feedback?
for 5 years and never have an orgasm, she experienced good sex?
She's
Okay,
having
all right.
sex.
I know she having sex by letter of
Now you
law,
change- now
but
you
I'm talking about
talk.
experience because we
Okay.
talking about experience
No,
now.
you
Because
said
I'm talking
talk.
about experience. No reason I would have a problem girl with a lot of dudes is experience and that energy gonna bring to me.
She still could have not having an orgasm and had to, and fuck the 10
True,
guys.
I agree that, but
Yeah,
that's
so
my
don't change
pushback.
nothing.
But when you start talking about having sex with your husband 50 times or 5 different dudes one time, what experience are you
That's
getting
her
though?
experience in the moment because that's all she knows. She only get graded to that. You can't
Yeah.
you can't say that she don't have experience because she don't have nothing to grade it on. When she have sex with you, now she's getting a different form of experience. 'Cause now
Experience.
she can compare it. But if she only been in a committed relationship since 16 to 30, and it's only been with that one person, that's her experience. However you want to judge it, it's her
I agree.
experience.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Man, you can
But-
turn up on somebody after being with them that long. I can take you.
No, you won't. You have to get comfortable.
I can do this. Somebody can tell me something, and I'm gonna turn it up. I don't understand.
But then the more and more you do something, the more and more gradually you're going to be naturally better at it. That's anything in life. You can put that to any
I don't
fact.
know about that.
It's the
I
truth,
disagree,
bro.
dog. I gotta
You in the gym.
I mean,
you in
I
the
get
gym.
it.
The more, if I come in the gym the
I get
first
it.
time, right? And this might be the first time I ever come to the gym. Between day 1 to day 30, you're going to see some form of growth.
Now to push back on that, what gym are you at?
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it
No, it
does.
don't.
Because at your gym, y'all
They-
got number Smith machines. Other gyms
They
got free
want-
weights.
they
The
want
feeling
you-
gonna be different.
The day 1 you and the day 30
Yeah.
you will have some form of experience of the gym.
I totally agree with
So
you.
that means it doesn't matter the gym. It's you asking about you asking how your growth is. I said your experience is going to be from day 1 to day 30.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm
So it don't
agreeing with you,
matter.
Joe.
I mean, that is what it is.
But you got to throw that in there, though.
And now you put
That's the caveat. You got to do it,
How would
though.
you know if another gym is better if you never experienced another gym?
Because when you go there, you'll feel it.
one person 50 times got more experience.
Right.
So what you were saying, the lady with one person 50 times got more experience.
She got more experience than a woman 5 times because she had sex 5 times, but she might not actually. She don't know what she's really doing. Versus the woman with 50 times, she's gonna understand her body after a while and understand
With that
this
thing.
is what turn her on. This is what not turn her on.
She
5
really
different
don't
men
know
want-
what she's doing. Okay. That's
Alright,
interesting.
It's with
That's
that
She
thing,
gonna
interesting.
cheat
though.
on you when she come back home. Talking about, can you grab my left booty?
Right.
It's a man, it's a man that can. You can't use body count to understand because a man can have sex with 10 different women and still not understand how the woman
Now,
body works.
let's
You
see.
can't really say that. That's deep. You know that's true. There's women that say that.
That's kind of pushing it, though. That's kind of pushing
Yeah, but
it.
see, if
Brandon,
you
don't
was
you
talking
agree?
about
I
oral
agree.
Have
sex or
sex with 10
something, I
different
can
men.
understand that.
A man can have sex with 10 different
I
men.
mean, a man can have sex with 10 different women and not still not understand how a woman body
And that
works.
is very
But
true.
some ladies
Yeah.
want it
That is
slow
very
and
true, 'cause I-
slow stroke. Some people want you to
Right, so
No.
you still have to learn
see,
first. So that don't
that-
have nothing to do
but
with
you
your
know what?
experience.
smack that ass.
So to answer your question,
So
listen
you
real quick.
school the experience off the
People want
table.
you to step
Huh?
on top
You school the
of
experience
No,
off
no,
the
no.
table.
Listen to this. They don't have nothing to do with your body count experience. When you learn somebody new, you still learning what they like. You have to get experience of that person. It doesn't change your experience of what you know about sex or not. You will feel more comfortable doing something when you have some
So
prior
you ain't never
knowledge
just
to it.
crack something for the first time. and
You
she
still on
like,
her
shit, I
body,
gotta
bro.
have this 'cause
You still on her
I
body.
ain't know it, but she
Let me
mine.
tell y'all
Let her say
individuals
something.
with
Yeah, yeah,
non-vaginas.
Yeah. Let her talk.
Okay, with y'all without the vagina.
You gotta wrap it up. after
Okay.
this.
However, understand that I don't know, body count for real don't mean anything.
To a woman.
If it depends on how you were taught.
To a
Now
woman.
we can speak. That's going to be an opposing comment because y'all know what the inside feels like down to the cervix. Maybe the cervix is not there because it got beat back. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
It does.
However, you know what I'm saying. Experience. Chew say he giving you the wheelchair, ladies. Y'all sign up for Chew. Get Chew. He putting you in the wheelchair. So he got that wheelchair for y'all. But my thing is, I don't know. It's just you cannot. You can't. You could be hung like a horse and still not know what to do. You can have micro penis and still know how to work. But here's the thing, like a woman, that's just for a man to feel like that her body cavity has been violated. You know
That's
what I'm
all it
saying?
is. It's
It
just
is
a
the
pride.
same thing for a man. If you don't put your stuff up in all these different women, okay, yes. And then that's a whole nother conversation for another day. We need to make that another topic. But some men carry that a certain smell on them.
You gotta
Flat out. But we'll talk about that. That's another, combo for another day. You know what I'm saying? But
But
yeah.
you're supposed to have sex with a lot of women, though. So it's just weird.
Yeah.
Just like they supposed to
It's
cheat.
fucked up, but it's true though. It's
I'm
fucked up,
sick
but it's
of 'em.
true. I say
So
you
where they
supposed to
gonna
cheat
get-
on women
if
with bad attitudes and got a one-track mind,
Okay,
Nina.
okay, let's say that's true. Now, where are they gonna get the women from? So,
They everywhere.
how do men have high? Men can have high. Sorry, I'm screaming in his ear. How is it? Where are they gonna find the women? Gonna have to have high mileage too.
No.
Because if you got high, who are you sleeping with
No.
to get the
No.
mileage?
For
Now
one-
you give me what I'm saying.
No, don't listen to this bullshit. No, that's not
No,
true.
it's
That's not true.
fact.
No, this is what I'm trying to get you to
You
understand.
said- you
If
said-
you had a, well, I'm not using you. Say your name, Tasha. Any girl named in with an A, you know it's a problem.
Right.
My name
So,
ends with A.
well, there you go then.
And my
So
name end with a A.
if a
Please
chick
believe.
been with a lot of dudes, she's bringing that energy to the situation because on the strength she gonna feel she got other options. If a woman been with one dude and she after that 30, what you say 16, and they broke up when she's 25, next dude lasted 30, next dude lasted 35. That's 3 dudes she been with. Which one you think more willing to cheat on you or do something crazy? The one who cracked more than like 20 dudes, or the girl been with 3 dudes?
Both.
Lie.
Thank you.
It doesn't
No,
matter.
I know a lady
Joe.
that told me she only talked to 3
That
men.
has
Right.
nothing to do with experience, though, bro.
No. I'm saying energy. I'm not talking to experience. I ain't
Energy
talking about
is
energy.
mental, though.
If your energy is that I can survive in one relationship don't work, detox and
That's
go
a
to the
mentality.
next, or
Mentality
you
and
gonna fuck
energy is
different
different
dudes and
things,
try to
bro.
figure it out. Because the world
Right.
has told you,
Right.
women, get under somebody, get over
Right.
somebody. So which one you think gonna be more real?
It
The one
doesn't-
who get under somebody, get over somebody,
you-
or one who sit down in her
You
shit
changing,
and be like, I'm gonna
you
chill
changing
out.
your narrative. Now you make
No, I move past. I say energy.
No,
I
listen
say
to everything
energy.
you said. I listen to everything you said. Listen, You change your narrative to be a mentality over mileage. We talking about the mileage of her vagina. Her mileage of her vagina. If she had sex 50 times with one person and only had sex with 5 different men, but one time, that's 5. So last time I checked, 50 is higher than 5. If you take the people out of it, her mileage on her vagina still has 50 miles on her, and the other woman has 5. Now, however you, it doesn't matter how you try to use the narrative.
Right. That's what's getting me. Yeah, this whole mileage thing. Where's Hodometer located?
You getting pushback from Dr. Van. He don't like mileage.
Okay, let's do it. Wrap it up on Sunday. It's already 2 hours deep.
You're talking about a human being.
Oh, yeah,
You
okay.
just say experience or non-experience.
Well, you know what? I want to thank Van for coming out, man. I ain't seen in a while, man. I want to thank Panda for coming out. I want to thank Nina for coming out since they gonna join the crew today. So welcome to the Void family. Hope y'all enjoy yourself. Nina, we're gonna talk more about on Facebook since you like say cheating is what you're supposed to do, but I told you what it is. Want to thank Chu for coming out. No. This lady keep asking what you look like. I don't show you a picture because you want to know since you're in the
He
blind
put you
date.
in the wheelchair,
I ain't showing you a
ladies.
picture, so no. He look like Stevie Wonder. There you go. And Tori, appreciate you. And Joe. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot. Tomorrow it's a boxing match tomorrow. You know, Devin Alexander brother fighting tomorrow. I know some of y'all see him at Planet Fitness sometime. It started at 6:30. And I believe it's like $20 to $50 a ticket. I'm not sure. So if y'all want to go to a boxing match, they be pretty good. It starts tomorrow at 6:30, and it's like 5 fights. So check it out.
Is he gonna be the last one?
Probably so, since he got the biggest picture up there. He may be the headline of it. Right. You see, that's him right there.
Can I do a quick shout out?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I would like to shout out Mid America Body Shop. Had a little damage with my car, and let me tell you, man, those folks are absolutely amazing. With the time frame that they give you, it's on point. The way they treat you is on point, and it's not just one person. It's like I dealt with like 3 people there, and they're absolutely fantastic. They are in St. Peter's.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Panda, you want to send a shout out to somebody?
I just want to shout out, of course, Deity Beauty Health and Wellness products, God's Personal Touch Cleaning Service. Also, I want to shout out to the Yummy Yum BBW Dancing Squad of St. Louis, Missouri. Love you, ladies.
Oh, yeah, and I forgot to shout out. Let me just shout out Panda. Panda did my hair yesterday, so if y'all think I look fly, it's
You had on there, it ain't fresh like she had it yesterday, but we got it.
All right, Van.
Shout out to all the people at Planet Fitness and
Planet Fitness.
yeah, that's my second home. I mean, you know, you can sit back and you can wear out or you can rust out, whichever you choose. You know?
All right, Joe.
So yeah, I appreciate everybody joining for the Void. I know when me and Greg sat back and came up with this through COVID. I think neither one of us ever thought that this would be where it's at now. Going into episode 12 this Sunday, just seeing our community grow and seeing us prosper and seeing all the different knowledge and different walks of life come together just to bring different form of wisdom to the panel. You can always join us on all our social medias. Links will be down below into all the comments. We would love to hear more from our community. Feel free to always call in at 515-599-1687, or you can always inbox any one of us through any form of social media. I know a lot of y'all that watch us are friends to all of us on social medias as well. One last thing I do want to bring out too, though, is we are looking to take the show on the road a little bit more. So if you any type of small businesses out there that want to come on to our platforms or want to bring us into your homes, and we would love to do that as well. If you're looking to come on here, take on either me, Greg, Nina, Panda, even Chu, even Van, even Tori, any one of us, you feel like any of our takes or something where you want to challenge and you have facts, bring facts, or definitely put that caveat of my opinion. Because a lot of people would say their opinion. And tune in Saturday. Yeah. We're going to have a special host. We're going to be joining Kicking the Company. It's going to be a special stream. Me and Greg has been invited to on their podcast with Kid, and we gonna bring some flavor into his thing right there. So I do appreciate everybody tuning in. Tune in this Sunday. I already have the title made in my head. It's gonna be called fruits of your labor.
We're gonna have to bring you on.
So let that sink in right there. Fruits of
11
your
o'clock
labor.
on Sunday.
There you
11
go. All right, y'all.
It's 11, right?
or
10
10.
o'clock on
10
Sunday.
No, it's
o'clock on
10.
Sunday.
It's
I know
11
it's
on
Thursdays,
Thursdays.
10 on Sundays.
All
10
right.
a.m. Sunday.
All right, thank you all.
Thank y'all.
Yay! Good show.
Yeah. And no, Joe, you gotta talk to Joe because